constitutional government, nothing will change it. I am not a careless, reckless speaker. I am working with the Constitution there, that document, right, you just read. I'm following it. And I dare to tell you that swearing in Tinubu and Shetima is as good as swearing in the Nigerian army on 29th of May. If you swear in people that have not satisfied the requirement, you have, by so doing, ended democracy. The crisis I'm telling you now is that this, our democracy, is going to end. By the way we are going, this democracy is going to end on the 29th of May, 2023. Please write it.
Those are extreme,
you know my
those
name.
are extreme thoughts.
I am very, very happy to say it.
No,
you know my name. You introduced me.
Yeah.
Listen, don't stop.
No. I will, because those are extreme thoughts. You know why? Because there are allowable language to be used on television, especially as it relates to our nation and the unity of this country.
Put your question and let me answer you. Put your question. I know what I'm saying.
If there is an official...
If you breach the Constitution...
But is it not left to the court to decide otherwise?
This is already decided by the courts.
But the authority in charge of the election gave a declaration.
Sherwin, if you are afraid for some things, don't ask for them.
I am not afraid. I will, as a citizen of the country, by the ethics and the guidelines of my profession, live by it.
Yes.
What is lawful? And I hope that you're a lawful citizen of the country.
Very, very
and so whatever the stipulation of the law guides, that if you are aggrieved about something, you go to the court to seek redress, isn't it?
This document is a product of the legal system. It has been signed into law by the President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I believe in this document. That is why I'm so lawful. That is why I'm so confident. And that is why however extreme it is, Sheung, I am saying it on national TV. I don't like to take risks. I'm not taking any risks. Swearing in a ticket that has not met the constitutional requirements of the Constitution, okay, is ending democracy. Quote me on it.
That's your interpretation.
That is my interpretation, and that is indeed a correct interpretation. You cannot swear people who have not met the constitutional requirement. You can't do that. If you did it, you have done something unlawful, something unconstitutional, and I'm repeating it. Whoever does not meet the constitutional requirement must never be sworn in. You said my name. If you like, I can say it again. I'm Dr. Baba Ahmed. I'm not taking risks with my safety and with my life. But I'm repeating, swear in anybody who does not meet the constitutional requirements of our country. You are engaging in an unconstitutional act. Mr. President, do not hold that inauguration. CJ and your lordship, do not partake in unconstitutionality. I am taking these risks for the sake of my country. Yes, it is extreme, and I'm saying it. It was more extreme for Yakubu to issue that certificate. It was reckless. He is putting all our lives in danger. All of us. We're already at risk. So what is there again in me taking risks again? What have they not done against Nigeria? What have they not abused in Nigeria? Now they will take the Constitution where it is clear, it says, and get 24. After that, and FCT. They fail to get it. They are going to swear this man in, and I should be afraid? I will not be. I'm telling you that on the 29th of May, 2023, swear in Tinubu as this result is, you have ended democracy, whoever you are.
I mean, you say you're a lawful citizen.
I am.
So the judiciary.
Welcome, highly favored. You have retained your position. Yay! Welcome. It's so good to have everyone. Happy Friday. Hopefully this is not going to be a long one. Actually, this is going to be I just want to share some videos with you guys to talk a little bit and keep it moving. Yeah, happy Friday to everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are not stressing. Nothing to stress about. Oh, sorry, guys.
Give a virtual standing ovation to Mr. Dele Farutumi as he articulated many of our thoughts so eloquently and confidently. And he said nothing but the truth. And so I'm very honored. You know, I followed him. I'm a great admirer of his, and how he speaks so confidently and speaks truth to power. So I'm something that I respect greatly. So I'm honored to be in the same event as you, sir. Now, I'm also honored to be here. I do believe we'll share a mix of feelings being here today, mine being of joy and sadness. As to my feelings of joy, it is my sincerest pleasure to witness the engagement in our political arena, particularly amongst our youths. The joy of being amongst fighters for justice and fairness here today, to be amongst thinkers and well-wishers of our great nation, Nigeria. And as to my feelings of sadness, it is that in the year 2023, we're still having to deal with elections fraught with disenfranchisement, disillusionment, suppression, violence, and a blatant disregard for the rule of law. A previous speaker made a statement. He said, and I quote, "I was blind, but now I can see." There is honor in recognizing one's errors and owning them, making amends by changing course and doing what is right. And so that very popular phrase, "I was blind, but now I can see," as a creative, I cannot help but be reminded of the Oedipus plays, right? Which is a tragic Greek story. And I'll quote a dialogue here today where Oedipus speaks to the blind prophet Tiresias, which states, "Blind as you are, you can feel all the more what sickness haunts our city. You, my lord, are the one shield, the one savior we can find." To which Tiresias replies, "So you mock my blindness? Let me tell you this. You with your precious eyes, you're blind to the corruption of your life, to the house you live in, and those you live with." These quotes come to mind whenever I think of Nigeria, right? As those who can see turn to the blind for directions. And while the blind can see the ills in our great nation, those who can see have turned a blind eye. Of course, it is no surprise why our supposed servicemen and women have turned a blind eye, but more so why and how we've allowed them to get away with it for so long. And so, like the other speaker said, consequences is almost non-existent in Nigeria, right? Listening to all the speakers addressing the issues here with background on history for context to the Nigerian people, I suddenly felt the need to pivot to a slightly different direction with my opening remarks and direct it, right, to mostly my fellow Nigerians, my brothers and sisters, so uniquely and beautifully diverse, but chastise each other even though we share the same heritage, to my brothers and sisters who take up arms to maim and kill each other, to those who deliberately spread misinformation, to my brothers and sisters who accommodate wrongdoing to justify persons of questionable character, visibly corrupt character. So I want to ask them this question: are you blind, or have you simply turned a blind eye? Like Mr. Dele said, we constantly have conversations like this and we trust our friends to tell us the truth, but we know countries will always do what's in their best interest. And as Nigeria continues to export its greatest resources, other countries will continue to exploit that. We can point to the gains and profits and unhealthy hold onto power by our political elites. And so I ask to the average Nigerian who has allowed themselves to be used, brainwashed, and cajoled to defending criminality, to defend the constant, unrelenting assault on our constitution and our fragile democracy, what are your own gains?
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy.
MC Oloma was mentioned earlier. He's got children here. There must be something fundamentally wrong that our statesmen, and of course he's not a statesman, but as Mr. Dele described when he gave his edict and there was a policeman standing not too far, I also saw that clip myself. You might as well think he is. What is fundamentally wrong that they think that they can do and send their kids and invest outside the country while they just tap and tap and tap from each and every one of us? Because I hope your answer isn't merely the chicken change that lines your pocket. I hope your answer isn't merely that he or she is my tribesman or tribeswoman. For how have these flimsy reasons earned our nation the great it is so often paired with? Nigeria has the potential to rock shoulders with other thriving democracies. And even if you give us half the chance, I believe we will surpass many. With our greatest assets, like I've just said, being our people. While Nigerians have had to deal with unnecessarily tough, harsh, and exasperating conditions, we are just built different because we strive to the top despite the odds. There are notable names of Nigerian origin across the globe achieving greatness in their fields, from Chimamanda Adichie, a globally renowned author, to Bennett Omalu, a Nigerian and an American physician, forensic pathologist. He's a neuropathologist. He was the first to discover and publish findings on chronic traumatic encephalopathy. The list is endless, but many owe their gratitude to external functioning societies because they've been instrumental to their success, either through a functioning educational sector or just the environment where they can freely express their potential. But in Nigeria, our greatest assets are being killed off like flies. There is no reprieve in sight. Our young children, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers are kidnapped, brutalized, extorted every day in various parts of the country in Nigeria. Our schools have been in a toxic relationship with our government, leading to strikes after strikes. Our medical doctors are fleeing the country for better opportunities. Power supply is abysmal. And our young resources are proud to say, I have Japa. So are you blind or have you turned a blind eye? This continuous cycle of supremely unqualified, visionless leaders have made the phrase, Nigeria will happen to you, so true. It has made lawlessness a norm. On Christmas Day, a power-drunken, trigger-happy policeman shot a young woman dead by the name of Omo Bolanle Rahim while she was returning back from a church service with her husband. She was a lawyer. In October 2020, the Nigerian army, acting on orders from above, opened fire on peaceful protesters. In 2020, a police officer attached to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, shot a newspaper vendor by the name of Ifeanyi Chukwu Elechi in the head. We've seen photos of a young man who was wielding a machete during the NSAS campaign, protest, campaigning with the APC in the just concluded gubernatorial elections in Lagos. A woman who's my personal hero by the name of Jennifer Efidi was stabbed while queuing to vote in Lagos. Rivers State speaks for itself. More recently, former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu was sentenced to jail along with his wife. You may not see the connection here, but Nigeria happened to him. If resources are used for what it ought to be used for, if our medical sector got the support it ought to have gotten, and our leaders led by example and patronize their country's medical facilities, just maybe he would have gotten away with his lawless behavior. The environment these unqualified, greedy politicians have created is one of lawlessness. And that is what emboldened him to take that behavior outside to a functioning society where he was caught, tried, and convicted. And I will say rightfully so. These few examples are less than a drop of water in an ocean when it comes to the conduct of our servicemen and women. And as unreal as it may sound, victims often suffer the consequences of the actions of those sworn to protect them, while they, the perpetrators, either get a slap on the wrist or get away with it. As we saw in the just concluded elections in Nigeria, where the perpetrators of violence are walking around scot-free. Beneficiaries of the ruling class have claimed that they have a right to choose who they want, and that is democracy. That is true. But you cannot seriously acquit the process with which your choice candidate or the Independent National Electoral Commission conducted, participated, and concluded these elections. You simply, in all honesty, cannot acquit them. And while re-narrating the facts, because everyone has talked about it, surrounding these just concluded elections would be beating an already dead horse, it is no secret that the 2023 elections were marred by incidents of violence, electoral malpractice, reports of ballot box snatching, vote buying, intimidation of voters. It's widespread. The facts are there. Are you blind?
With Photo Vibrance, you can transform any photo into a mesmerizing moving image in just a few clicks. Simply drop your image into
These incidents and these actions have undermined the credibility of the process already, that was already standing on fragile, thin legs. It's eroding constantly, day by day, the public trust in our fragile democracy. How do we not see this? So for those who have openly turned a blind eye, like despicable characters such as Femi Fani-Kayode or Festus Keyamo, who swings from pillar to post, enduring more than a pendulum, will look you in the face of facts and tell a bold-faced lie. Nothing speaks more of one's untrustworthy, stomach protectorate character when their past utterances fact checks their recent lies. Surely we must see this, no? Well, I have refused to turn a blind eye, and certainly would not be silent while a perjurous, convicted, unidentified, unhealthy individual by the name of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has been forced on an entire nation. Not only is this a monumental disgrace, but it's a global one. While I am a strong advocate for freedoms of expression and our fundamental human rights, I cannot for the life of me understand how this level of evil can be packaged as good. I cannot understand how I could give an armed robber the keys to my house with some fantastical imagination and hope that the armed robber would protect my belongings. So let me conclude, because this is such a sensitive topic for many of us. You know, people have thrown all sorts of names and stuff for me, like you're an entertainer. I've always been an activist. I've never been politically correct. I've never been a part of any NGO. I've always just done my thing, and I'm still doing my thing. My experiences and the direction with which this country is going has also informed my own actions moving forward. I want to see a country that works for me, my generation, for you, your generation. As like I said at the start, we are brothers and sisters. And so I'm personally burdened by the question of how do we overcome this? And so many of you, very, very honorable people that I've listened to today, have offered different solutions. And I'm going to offer one that may seem quite naive or may seem quite generic, but I believe that we will overcome by uniting. There is a unity waiting to be explored in Nigeria. They know it. They see it, and they see its potential to drive them all to where they belong, which for the most part, most of them do belong in jail. We must see it. We must see the benefit of our unity. We saw a glimpse of that during the NSARS. And the so-called people who tell you all types of cock and bull stories to give you the impression that they're here for you, we're all running and leaving the country because they thought that NSARS protesters, as peaceful as we were coming to burn down the country, which is not the case. We cannot continue to turn a blind eye to this consistent abuse of our great nation. We must see the hope. We must see what Nigeria, void of ravaging politicians with nothing to offer but debt and death to our nation, we must see what that Nigeria is. We simply need to open our eyes. And I sincerely hope you do, because I, myself, you yourself, cannot do it alone. We have to do it together.
I'm about to cash this check for $50,000.
Need I say more? Aptly stated. Apt. Yeah. I tell una say this video today, by the grace of God, it's not going to be long. It's not.
but it's about a Nigeria that is possible for our own children and the next generation. Yes. But we will not sit down in our comfort zone and see miscreants want to take over the party that belongs to the Nigerian people. Anyone whom have decided to collect whatsoever from anybody, whether APC or PDP, we will not allow them have a breathing space under the Labour Party. Yes. We voted for Labour Party. We voted for Peter Obi. We are in court because the president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, in connivance with the INEC chairman to take the vote of the Nigerian people by hook or by crook. We say no. No. The reason why we are here is to pay homage and to pay solidarity. INEC chairman cannot plant miscreants in Labour Party. PDP cannot plant miscreants in Labour Party. APC cannot plant miscreants in Labour Party. We have decided to say no to miscreants. We are here to say yes to Labour Party. We are here to say yes to Peter Obi. We are here to say yes to every chairman representing the 36 states and the FCT right in this gathering. We are saying yes to the Nigerian people. Yes, we are saying yes to the vote we gave to Peter Obi. And we are here to say yes to our country called Nigeria. Yes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time for the Labour Party chairman to speak to the people who voted for Peter Obi using his party. If you know, and you know, and you know, and you know, and you know, you love Peter Obi, say Labour Party. Labour Party. If you know, and you know, and you know that you believe in the leadership of Julius Abure, say Abure. Abure. If you know, and you know, and you know that Nigeria will change with Labour Party as the power behind 2023 general election, I want you to give 3 Bosa to this party. Bosa, Bosa, Bosa. Chairman, the floor is yours.
All of you for paying this solidarity visit. I want to seize this opportunity to also appreciate all the state chairmen that left their other crowded engagements to also be in this gathering today. I appreciate all other members of the National Working Committee who are here. I appreciate all members of the support group who are here today, who were in court and who are also here. I want to appreciate the NLC, I appreciate the TUC, who mobilized workers in their numbers today to be present in court, and they're also here. I have listened carefully to your address and your presentation, and to say that I appreciate you for coming to pay this solidarity visit. As we always say, we are law-abiding citizens. We have tried and we have obeyed the court restraining order, and by today the judge gave a ruling assuming jurisdiction. I need to make it abundantly clear that the substantive matter itself has not started. There was a motion, there was a preliminary objection to the jurisdiction of the court, and the court today assumed jurisdiction. And for me, I'm ready to go on appeal. In the next few hours, we will be submitting our notice of appeal to the court, and we'll remove all the matters from that court and take it to the Court of Appeal. I believe that I will get justice in the Court of Appeal. I believe that Labour Party will get justice in the Court of Appeal. Yes. Because this same court in the FCT in 2023, in the case of Suleiman against APC, did the same thing. And the law reports Suleiman against APC 2023, a law report decided by the Supreme Court made it very clear that these matters before the court has no jurisdiction. And so that's where we are standing. And I believe that whatever the judge has done today cannot stand before the Court of Appeal. I have confidence that the Court of Appeal will do the right thing, and therefore all our papers will be in by today, and I'm sure that by Monday, the appeal will be ceased. And so I want to assure all our supporters, all our members, that they should remain calm. I remain the national chairman of the party. The party is... Correct. Labour Party is a democratic institution.
Yes.
And you don't use coup d'etat to take over the leadership of the party.
That's right.
You don't take over the leadership of the party from the back door. What Apapa and Co try to do, although we understand them because they have been paid by their paid masters. If you look at the statement they have made today, they are talking about the tribunal. Whatever they say is about the tribunal. Whatever they say is about the tribunal. And it's no longer news that these disgruntled Labour Party members have been paid to truncate the cases in tribunal. If you look at all their interviews, it is tailored towards that. Even today, they are also talking about the tribunal. And therefore, they are only satisfying their paymasters. So we urge our party members to disregard them. You don't take over the leadership of the party from the back door. Nobody appointed them. And the constitution of the party is clear as to how you remove a national chairman, how new one should emerge, who should monitor it, and so on and so forth. So it is very clear that they are trying to satisfy their paymasters, and it's unfortunate that this group of people found themselves in Labour Party. But obviously, I'm not worried, because the time has come for us to separate the wheat from the shaft. The party was a small party, and therefore we accommodated all forms of charlatans in the party, all forms of dubious people in the party. These are people who didn't offer anything to the party. Apapa scored 0 in Oyo State in the presidential election. Arababi, who is claiming to be the publicity secretary, scored 0 in Ogun State in the presidential election. They even supported other candidates in other political parties. They should go and check the record. In Edo, I scored 79% in the presidential election. I ensured that APC and PDP did not get 25% in the presidential election. In the House of Assembly election, in spite of the dollars, in spite of the harassment that was deployed by PDP government in Edo State, I am the only national chairman that won my word hands down.
Take one. My name is Andre Jean-Pierre. I live in Lakewood, California.
My performances as the national chairman of this party is not in doubt. I inherited a party that was in arrears of salary payment. I inherited a party that has no image, and today I have made the party the #1 party in Nigeria. In this party, I have paid my dues. I've been here for 20 years, building this party. And today, I challenge all other national chairmen of the party. None of them have performed to the level I have performed. And the records are clear. And so for charlatans to come and say they want to take over the party, we laugh at them, we sympathize with them. And I urge Nigerians, whatever information they are getting from them, they are fake news. They try to talk about forgery. What is forgery? Who forged the document? How were those documents forged? Anyway, it is not my intention to talk about that one. But to reassure you that we are in control of the party. I remain the national chairman of the party.
And we are not divided.
And I assure you that we continue to provide leadership. Our cases in court, we continue to defend them. Our House of Rep cases, we defend them to the end. Our senatorial cases, we defend them to the end. And the presidential election petition will defend to the end.
Yes, sir.
No amount of distraction will stop us from attaining it. I listen to you clearly. You are dreaming for a new Nigeria. And I want to say clearly that no man, no woman, no amount of intimidation, no amount of harassment, no amount of 100 of our papa can stop an idea whose time has come. The time has come for Nigerians to take back their country. The time has come for Labour Party to be in government. And nothing will stop us. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.
Did I hear? That was fiery. I like this. I like this. Everywhere is on. Everywhere they pop. This is what I want, though. This is what we need in Nigeria. No silence. No, but everywhere should be hot right now. Everybody should be talking. That's what we need. Because they say they say not only they get Chris. We go there and say our own. We just refresh them for freezer. Let's listen to this meme company. Meme company.
Now, for the second time in as many months, the president-elect Bola Tinubu has traveled out of Nigeria for what his aides have described as a working visit to Europe. A statement said he would be meeting investors as part of efforts to re-establish Nigeria's importance in the global economic chain and to create empowering opportunities for this country's huge youth population. But his critics say it's a cover for a medical trip abroad to see his doctors for aftercare treatment after reportedly falling ill in late March, for which he traveled abroad at the time. So who do we believe? Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by a member of the APC's Presidential Campaign Media Directorate, Niyi Akinshiju. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
It's a pleasure and a privilege at the same time, Charles. Thanks so much.
Well, it's a privilege to have you here.
Thanks so much.
So Mr. Tinubu jets off again, ostensibly to woo foreign investors. Tell us more about why he's traveled again for the second time in as many months.
Yeah, I think I also have to call you back. It's not ostensibly. It's a statement clearly made in the public space that it was going out to engage foreign investors and, of course, other forms of businesses that may be interested in Nigeria. This is coming against the background of the fact that as we are and going forward, the Nigerian state needs a lot of infusion of capital. That capital could come domestic, could come foreign. Essentially, we have had a robust domestic capital market, very robust, so much that even where the country needs up to 15 trillion, the domestic market could provide. But again, we are challenged by the stream of foreign exchange, that is required. And that is important, important for infrastructural development, infrastructural growth, important for businesses, important for manufacturing companies, important for even service managers who need to import goods and services from across the world. We live on foreign exchange. So, as it were, it is the belief now is that we need to have more foreign investors come into the country. And I think Professor Magalu made that point, though I refuse to adopt his earlier points, on the state of the economy and the reasons for the state of the economy.
The facts are there.
The facts are not there.
Not his opinion.
No, the facts are not there.
The facts are there to be assessed.
Those things were taken out of context. Nigeria had survived 8 years of an inclement, global-driven, global-induced economic environment. And anybody who is sincere and objective would first want to contextualize whatever is happening to Nigeria from that point of view. Now, going forward, we now know that, in fact, it's not as if we now know, Nigeria had always been in need of money from outside that will supplement whatever we are doing here. It is clear now that we are not an oil economy, because when you do a ratio of our population to our production, numbers in terms of crude oil and gas, it's very low, you know. So we have managed to survive thus far. We are the 31st largest economy in the world. Out of 192 countries, we are 31st, you know. And of course, we are the largest in Africa. We are not yet there, but it's a journey. So you need a president-elect who is also understanding enough to know what to do even before he gets into office. So you have a president-elect that knows that for you to start bringing in foreign direct investors, as different from foreign portfolio investors. Foreign portfolio investors can pick their portfolio, within 2 weeks make a decision, depending on the movement of interest rates and other forms of rates within the economy, that makes them take a decision. And they know.
Look, see as this Baba, this great-grandfather, see as he just dey lie. Ha! Baba asking Siju or whatever, member, APC Presidential Campaign Media Directorate. A job that is meant to be for a young person. Ha! Baba, Dadiwa, you are sitting on national TV. In fact, globally, everybody is watching you as you lie through this interview. Your conscience no dey shake. You no dey even feel say, no, this thing when I wan go do so, it is not befitting for an omoluabi, for a human being. Look at what you people have turned Nigeria into. You have taken the positions that ought to be for your children, and you are sitting on it. You are so comfortable coming on live TV, Baba, to come and lie for your fellow great-grandfather fossils. Ha!
Know that they can dash out of the environment of that jurisdiction within a 24 hours period. They take their decision on impulse, and of course, given the kind of rates at play. Now, for you to have foreign direct investors, it takes a longer while because it is money that comes into your economy and sits down. It does not only sit down for 2 years, sometimes for 10 years before they start earning returns. So serious consideration is given, you know, to the movement of that investment into a jurisdiction in Nigeria.
Well, isn't that all the more reason why you've got to create the right environment? I mean, what's the point of going to woo investors when the country is not ready with the sort of enabling environment that international investors need? I mean, Nigeria doesn't have adequate electricity, it doesn't have infrastructure, it doesn't have security, well, on the level that it should be. Foreign exchange is desperately scarce. Doesn't he need to sort out Nigeria's investment climate first and make it more attractive before he goes courting investors abroad?
I have to say here, Charlie try. Charles try. Even though I know he's not my favorite, but he did pretty well on this interview, holding their feet to the fire. This is the first time I'm seeing him actually being firm with these people. So kudos, Mr. Charles and Yaga, in case you're watching. Thank you for this. You did a good job. I have to give you your kudos.
Just like I told you, Nigeria is the 31st largest economy in the world. And it does mean that there are foreign investors coming in, but not in the numbers we want.
Well,
we have
the foreign investment is a trickle compared to what Nigeria should be.
We have challenges. Historical challenges of electricity, historical challenges of roads, historical challenges of social infrastructure. That it is now said that we need $100 billion investment every year to be able to bridge that gap over the next 30 years. So which means we are talking of to bridge that gap, we need $30 billion, you know, over the next $300 billion over the next, and I'm saying $3 trillion, you know, over the next 30 years to bridge the gap.
Well, you've portrayed Mr. Tinubu as a magic worker. I mean, he's got a Harry Potter wand, so I presume he's going to wave a wand, and that money is going to come in.
Thankfully, he understands the challenges, and that is why he's setting out early enough. So if you are questioning why he's setting out, we need to also clarify the fact he understands the challenges.
Where is the itinerary? Is he a president unto himself? Is he a president unto himself? Grandfather, great-grandfather? Is he? Look at you coming on national TV to come and lie. You people think you're talking to doll babies. You think you're talking to people that don't have mumu people. CC finish of the highest order, Nigeria. Hey.
He understands the environment. And of course, he also understands the potentials of Nigeria. No investor would not want to come to Nigeria where the president-elect, for instance, had become the chief marketing officer. And it's exciting to know that at this time, see, if he had done this...
So the APC has failed to do that in the last 8 years. I mean, that's why foreign direct investment has become a trick.
No, it's a global thing. If you had done this in 2020 or 2021, nobody would have come. And that was why
you've been in office since 2015.
Foreign investments in Nigeria in 2019 was up to 25 billion.
Well, that's not the information that we've got.
Get to go and check it, please.
Yeah, I have checked.
In 2021, it fell to as low as 5 billion. Not foreign, I said foreign investment. That is inclusive of foreign portfolio and, of course, foreign direct investment. Okay?
Well, let's move away from sort of pedantic arguments about this and that, because the facts are there for all to see.
You see, when you are talking about the facts, let's put it on the table. I just told you what are foreign direct investment, inclusive of foreign portfolio investment, was in 2019, and what happened to it in 2020 because of the COVID pandemic. And of course, the fallout of the Russia-Ukraine war engagement and all that. That, in so many ways, affected the channels of stream of foreign exchange.
Well, the fact is that foreign direct investment in Nigeria has been falling consecutively year after year since 2015. That's a fact.
Let me say this. I have a contrary fact.
Well, I mean,
I have a contrary fact.
That's why I said your time is ticking away, and if you want to spend time arguing about that,
we can go on. But
there are other issues
here. Yes, please. Okay, let's continue.
And I'm sure you know there are widely circulating reports suggesting that this so-called working visit to Europe by Mr. Tinubu is just a cover for a medical trip. Those reports suggest that he fell ill in March and had to go for treatment, and now he's gone for aftercare to make sure he can withstand the rigors of the inauguration and its aftermath. What's your response?
This is a more pedantic position because it has no root in facts. It has no root in logic.
Well, it's not about logic. It's about reports that are circulating, which we need you to dispel.
So that's what I'm saying, because you have an official statement issued. If you are going to make a contrary position, you also need to bring out facts, clear facts, to say, okay, you have access to a doctor's report that is indicating that this person had fallen ill and was going to go for an aftercare, something, whatever. But a statement had been issued. That is the statement of trust from an institution. The institution now is the office of the president-elect. So if you are going to take a contrary position, and we are not going to call it pedantic, we need to talk about those facts. What you have just said now, pure speculation, conjectures.
No, what we're doing is that we're quoting reports that are in the public space.
But let's the authors of these reports.
No. Let's run. Well, I mean, you can see them. They're all over the place.
So you have
and some of them from credible news organizations.
No. You have bystanders. you have pedestrian bystanders making up their imaginations, putting it in the public space, and we are making an issue out of it. When the office of the president-elect had issued a statement, the first element, the first doubt, the first element of trust should be on the side of that statement.
Okay, let's run with the version of the story that his aides, like yourself, have put out, which is that he's in Europe on a working visit.
You are just an aide, great grandfather. All you are is an aide. Really? You are not. God, these people. Anyway, you people's end has come. Let's just put up with it for now. You people's end has come.
Statement said that he would engage with investors and other key allies with the goal of marketing investment opportunities in Nigeria. How many countries is he visiting in Europe?
Well, you know how many countries are there in Europe.
Well, I'm asking you a straightforward question.
We don't have,
how many countries? Because if
we don't have that itinerary.
Right.
Well,
what we know, you would presume that if he's going on a marketing trip, he would not limit himself to just one country, which is rumored to be France, but would be traveling across Europe to woo as many investors as possible. But it sounds as if he's going to one country, doesn't it? That's the information we're having, is that he's gone to France.
No. The statement did not say anything about France.
But the
statement is clear on Europe.
The statement was making a specific point. It wasn't getting into the scope and scale of the travel. So
that's the limit of the statement, as it were. It's clear.
And you're saying we shouldn't ask where he's going, if he's going to invest. I mean, this is not a secret. No, because, it shouldn't be a secret, should it?
No, it's not secret.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Europe. It's going to be tracked. Whatever he's doing in Europe will be reported. Would be the public space.
But I would have thought that there'd be an itinerary for what he's going to do in Europe. Why is it being secret?
When he gets into Europe and is engaging with the investors, it will be public knowledge. Right. Nobody is going to stop anybody. It's not a secret engagement.
So he hasn't told you where he's going?
No, he has told us he'll be in Europe. He has told us that he's going to engage investors in Europe.
Yeah, but where is he now?
And he will be engaging investors in Europe, and of course, those engagements will be reported in Nigeria.
Yeah, but where is he now?
At this time, it's not my place to say.
Well, why not? He's the president-elect. Why should we know? We know where President Buhari is. Why shouldn't we know where he is?
We know he's in Europe at this time.
But he's in a mysterious place in Europe.
There's no mystery about it.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing, it is not as if when he's in a room, you are going to, light him up with your camera and all that. But at this moment, we know that he's in Europe. He has a mission. There's an objective he has gone to accomplish, and those objectives have been put in the public space.
Right. And are we going to be privy to information about the people he's talking to and the investors?
I just told you now.
He's wooing, or is that also going to be hidden?
I just told you. I told you. I was anticipating that. I told you that he would engage people. Those people would be engaging. Those engagement will be reported in the public space in Nigeria.
To be hearing daily reports
definitely. I'm not talking about daily reports. I'm not talking about daily reports, but whatever he's doing will be reported in the public space. I'm not talking about daily reports.
But you do understand, and we're not trying to be antagonistic. We're just trying to get information, which ought to be in the public space.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I mean, if he's returning to the same France, which he is rumored to be returning to, the same France he went to in March when there were all these stories about his being ill and so on. You can see why people are more likely to believe that he's returning to his doctors than that he's going back there to woo investors, when you would have thought that he'd be traveling across Europe.
See, Charles, you've been talking about rumors.
Well, I'm asking you seriously. I'm asking you a question.
For me, and I know
I'm trying to.
I know you are a communication expert.
But we're trying to dispel those rumors.
I know the rumors in the first instance are of no substance. So, and of course, I was talking to you about logic. The basis of conjecture, when it moves beyond rumor, is to start stringing what your imagination could be about something. Now, so people are saying, some people, not all people, some people are saying, oh no, he's going visiting his doctor after visit in France and all that. And I'm saying, what makes such people, come to that conclusion in the first instance?
Well, I just told you.
It's speculations.
Because he's
conjectures.
Well, the way to dispel this, and we will hold you to that, is for us to get consistent reports about his trip.
I just told you.
That's what I'm saying.
You have not asked me that question.
I am reinforcing.
Yeah, you have not asked me that question
before.
I told you, because it is the expectation.
Right.
It is what goes with this mission that he would engage. We would see, and we will know that this president-elect is being proactive and is doing what is right at this present point in time.
Well, I shall be looking forward to getting those reports.
That will be good.
Hopefully through yourself, but all your other
of course.
colleagues and so on.
We have a large department on
Nee, I want to thank you very much indeed. And it's a great pleasure to have you here.
What an absolute, my goodness. This is somebody's great-grandfather that just came on live TV to lie through his teeth. How do these people sleep at night? I'm asking for a friend. How do these people go to bed at night? How can you come on? You say you have a president-elect, no itinerary. So that means he's president for only a select few. Only like 5 people. That's who he's president to in a country of over 200 million citizens. Nobody knows anything about him. Anyway, he is an elect that will never be elected. He will remain elect for the rest of his life. It will never come to pass. It will not happen. Okay? Oga, grandfather, it will not happen. All of you, you're all going to go home and go and play with your grandchildren. If you have any. Wow. This man just came on a national TV that's viewed globally to come and lie. The entire time he spent lying and gaslighting. For the first time, I say kudos to Charles. Charles, you did good. Today, I am proud of you. You really, you put the man under some serious heat. Look at him swaying from back to front with hand gestures. That's to tell you that they themselves don't even know what they're doing. How can a man at that age be a media directorate? Nítorí Ọlọ́run, for goodness sake. Well, I'm very glad because Nigerians worldwide they've woken up. All our talk has not been in vain. Hey, hallelujah, somebody. We're in church today. All our talk has not been in vain. Every Nigerian, today, especially last night and today, everywhere was on fire. People talking in every corner. This matter. They don't jam serious Olumorok. You see this inauguration, it not go happen. Now see, they go use ICM, but they not go experience them. Shebi they showed video of Boo Boo's wife showing around the house to Senator Kinonpe, Agbado's wife. She will only view it. She will never live in it. It will not happen. Now she go take Siam. She not go enter that place. No matter how many pray she pray, no matter what she do, it no go happen. Now see, she go see am. She go dey see am from distance, dey point finger. Now so, it will never ever be. She will not sit on that seat. She and her husband, they not go sit on that seat. They not go see am. They not go see am. I'm very proud of Nigerians, so I have to say that Nigerians, you guys you've outdone yourselves. Welcome to the show, Bat. Good afternoon. Happy Friday.
Oh, thank you. Omoye, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been trying to enter this show, but I think I have opportunity to enter it today. So I just want to air my view in all these things that is happening generally. I don't know if I'm permitted to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, you are. Welcome.
okay. Thank you very much. Omoye, one thing I have to say is I weep for Nigeria, and I have to be very specific about it. I weep for my country. Omoye, I want to start by saying, if you go to a Western world, when people are singing their national anthem, you see tears. You see them reciting the national anthem. You see emotions attached to the national anthem. Do you know what the statement means? The labor of our heroes past. You remember what these people have done. Remember the extent these people have gone to. Remember the pain, the sacrifices they have made. If you come to a Western world, people are singing their national anthem, presidents, ministers, governors, premiers. They are singing their national anthem and you see emotion attached to it. In Nigeria, it is not the same. One of the presidential candidates, I don't want to call his name, was singing a national anthem and raised his staff. Are we like, I watched that thing, I can't, it was a former governor who called him, tapped him and said, bring down your hand. What does it mean? A representative of a country. What does it mean? Doesn't it show you the kind of country we are into? Things that other people sing and cry, they sing and shed tears. Just look at football matches. You see great players, great spectators, they sing and they shed tears. But our own, a presidential candidate, stood and raised up his staff to tell you that he is celebrating himself more than the national anthem. That will tell you the kind of country we are into. I weep for my country. A country where, I don't know, at least, I thank God that Nigerian youth of this dispensation, at least we are learned enough, we are enlightened enough. Yes, I know what they say about the lawyer, they call it, I don't know if they call it prejudice or something that is in the court and we are trying to analyze it. But I am a citizen and I have the right to analyze what is in law. I have a right to, I'm not a lawyer, but the grammar you speak there, I can be able to understand. And my understanding is what I'm saying. When a constitution says you must make 25% into third of the states, all the states, and the FCT, what does it mean? 36 plus 31, at least we know it's 37, right?
Yes.
If you have a calculator there, you do 2 divided by 3 times 37. 2 divided by 3, it will give you an option. You multiply it by 37, you get 24.7 states. My question is, how do you determine 24.7 states if you include Abuja as a state? It means that if I make 24 states, that I'm not qualified. The law is not meant to confuse people. The law is meant to guide people, to restructure people, to show people a direction. The law said 2/3 of 36. 2/3 times 36 will give you 24. So what the law is saying, 24 states and FCT, which is Abuja. Why are we twinkling this constitution? We twinkle it a little bit, twinkle it other side. What are we doing? And people are out there defending. You said, the INEC chairman, you are going to project this result in real time. It is only in Nigeria that I see that English is changing. If we speak English, we need to go to court. And if you say words, it means you need to go to court and interpret words. Omoye, I weep for this country. I weep as a Nigerian. Look at what is happening. Our election on 25th of February, our election was in shambles. All the promises made, 300 billion or 400 billion or whatever billion that was given for this election, what was the output? People were disenfranchised. People came and said that if you know you are voting for this, that you are not going to vote. We have people who are watching them. We have people who are in charge, who are supposed to arrest these people. How many people have been arrested? Oh my God, I weep. In fact, sometimes I was listening to the news you are playing. The news you just played some minutes ago.
Right.
How can somebody sit down and look at what you are on national television? If people are watching this, like I shed tears watching this, like I shed tears, like to hear the condition of a country. Over here that I am in diaspora, when they are doing election, you won't know there is an election. You will never know.
I like.
Election is like you're going, just go shop and go back to your house. Nobody knows that they are doing election. In Nigeria, you have to kill. You have to. What if you have budgeted how many billion for this election? What is the need of stay putting a rec to come and sit down and start using pen and paper to write a number and come to Abuja? And is it not the rascality one of the presidential candidates is talking about, the word rascality?
Mm-hmm.
When you have done something digitally and you end up pushing it manually. If it's in real time, just vote, upload it there. You stay in Abuja, you see, oh, this local government is here. You see it. You still have to sit down somewhere. Somebody will sit down in a state, call himself his or herself a rec. They will bring this input. You will use pen and paper, or you call your own. This local government, 46,000. You write. This local government. See, where are we going to? The current vice president had an operation. I don't know if it was an operation or something. When he had an operation on the leg, on the knee, he did it in Lagos.
Yeah, but he had those people flown in.
But this one, you see, but this one we are talking about.
The reason why he had it in Lagos, because people were making a lot of noise. Remember, it was during the election season.
Yes.
People were saying that, why would these people, what is their response about healthcare in Nigeria? Would they stay or would they travel to go and? So that one, he was just trying to use himself as a.
You use it. You see.
He flew them in to Nigeria.
He flew them in. Oh, you see. Somebody is telling me that somebody built Lagos. Somebody built Lagos. He built Lagos. The person that built Lagos did not build the health sector. The person that built Lagos did not build it. Like, I don't understand. I'm trying to understand. I wish I can be able to have a debate with one of these people. I have thousands and millions of questions to ask. And after all those things, it is a call for celebration. Somebody is sitting down. Or somebody comes to a national studio or a national channel to come and start defending impunity. Oh my, I feel so bad. The other day, I was watching Mr. Peter Obi, presidential candidate of Labour Party. He came to court. What I was thinking? I was just thinking in my head, what is coming to this guy's mind? that on the 29th of May, somebody will be sworn in on this shattered election, on an election where people were brutalized, on a election where people were disenfranchised, on an election. Oh my, in fact, I don't know. I'm short of words. I'm so short of words. Like, I don't know how to, if I start expressing myself, I feel so bad.
Yeah, it's you and many millions of us. It's not just you. But the beauty of this is that the beauty, but the beauty is that everywhere you turn, Nigerians are talking and are acting. Never in my lifetime have I seen such a movement as I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah.
Throughout yesterday night, everywhere was on fire. Twitter, name it, all the social media platforms, they're all talking about this election. Everybody, nobody is keeping quiet anymore. And this is what we need. This is what these people were afraid of. Like, these people cannot unite. I tell you for free, Agbado, wherever he is right now, he's saying to himself, why is it that it is during my time that these people will now open eye?
Yes.
Why is it that now they all have sense and they are talking philosophically? When others came and have stolen and have done all these things, nobody said anything. No movement like this. All of a sudden now, I'm trying to get in, and now they now have sense. I'm telling you that is affecting him. So as much as this is what I take my solace in. As much as we are sad about the situation at home, this is what we have to deal with until we get back our mandate. Nobody is keeping quiet anymore.
We can't keep quiet.
Thing like that before. No, seriously. What the election was the 25th of February, right?
Yeah.
This is May. This is May 12th. February, March, April. We're May right now. It's going to be 3 months on the 25th or 24th of this month.
Yeah.
That this is the election and nobody has kept quiet. I've never, ever. These people, they don't know, they are not ready for what is about to hit them. They know that their time is. You see, that is why you hear that they are siphoning, they want to empty the purse. 22.7 million today. Tomorrow, $18 million. $22.7 trillion. $18 million. $800 million. Another money again. I forget how much that one was again. What do you think they're doing? It's all part of the plan. They're trying to scrape everything out so that they can share it amongst themselves. It's a plan.
Yep.
Because let me tell you, there's no way. If Boo Boo knew for a fact that yes, this man is coming in, why would you want to clean out the purse of your predecessor?
Exactly.
You see this, you see him now. Why?
Yes.
And I even remember when Agbado came back from France the first time, when he came with all the wires connected to him, they now asked him about that inauguration day, the 29th, when somebody was telling him what to say. He said, it's just 29th, it's just a date, nothing special about it, just a date, you know. He not sure for them. They themselves don't they see the handwriting in the horizon. They think to themselves, say, you know it's I bet like say we go to strategize this thing no work. I'm telling you, these people are shaking, they are jittery. They know that this 29 no sure for them again. So guess what they are doing? They are cleaning out the purse.
Exactly.
Anything, I will not be shocked if they destroy the things they can't take. Just to leave the person that's going to come in, Peter the Rock will be, right? Just to leave with so much work, so much fire to put out. But they don't know say the man ready for the work. He and in price. They don't know. So that's what they are trying to do. Because when I pay attention to the news, I see what's going on. They are just taking all this money, no accountability, all the money they've taken so far. Even during the election, INEC collects their own 300 billion. I guarantee you that money was split in many ways. Okay?
Yeah.
All that money there, I sat and I talk about it. These people know that they are not going to sit on that seat. They know. So they are cleaning up because they are not Nigerians. most of the people that have been ruling us are not Nigerians. They don't care about the Nigerian people. They don't care about your plight. They do not care. As far as they themselves and their families are okay, and wherever they come from, that they can steal from Nigeria and take with them is okay. That's all they care about. So this time is like time up. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. We the owner, we don't show up. We say we don't tire. Una don't thief force reach. Today not today we dey connect.
Yes.
What is
Well, you're right. You're right because from what I like when I read about the reply Obi's petition and the reply to Obi's petition. After reading that reply, like I couldn't understand the reply. This guy tabled a lot of Obi highlighted every issue with that election.
Yes.
Like it was well detailed that even a high school student can read it and understand.
Yep.
But you're supposed to reply that. The reply is based on number one, he talked about 25%. What is your reply to 25%? Give us a logical reply. Secondly, he talked about give us a logical reply. You're replying, the reply is disqualify him, he's not like what are you talking about? Like I don't understand. I couldn't on that. They don't have anything.
Yes.
This is the one of the biggest and the strongest presidential election tribunal. I mean tribunal case that will be constituted in the history of Nigeria.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, and I give you that thing as a proper guarantee because I want to know. That's why these people are saying televise it so that other judges in the world will look at your case. Other judges will see how you apply technicalities in your case.
Yes.
Because this thing is a case. Oh yeah, I give you like I'm not giving you guarantee because it's Nigeria. We are in Nigeria, but I tell you from my own perspective that everything, every issue highlighted by Obi is a very strong case.
Oh yeah.
It is too strong that these people cannot run away from.
Like you know, I say they tie Christmas goats with that rope.
They cannot run away from the guy. In fact, the way the guy held them, he held APC one side, held them their vice president one side, held their whoever one side. I don't want to call names. I'm tired of calling names. Held them the INEC election chairman one side. That is the way he had all of them. Can you come and defend yourself?
Exactly.
How many of them are coming to court? And if you watch very well, I think who came to a court because he always see Obi. Obi will come and sit down in the court. Can you talk? I'm here. The man will come and sit down and he's walking majestically. He will come down the seat, sit down in the court. Can you talk? I'm here. And the other one is flying from, I don't know if he's Obi. Obi say he doesn't call names. So me, I do like Obi. I don't call names. The other one is flying from France to UK, from UK to France. Today here, tomorrow nose, next tomorrow mouth. I don't know. What is the legacy that these people are leaving behind?
Legacy.
A shamble election. Obi will talk about. I watch his program. There's a program he had today. There's a place he went to. I don't know if it's Labour something Congress or I don't know. I just watched it a little bit. After making a speech, you will ask yourself, Obi's speech, even the white people here. After watching Obi's speech, they ask me, is this man not the president of your country? He will make speech, quote statistics, tell you how he's going to do this. But what people are saying in Nigeria is how to tackle security of recruiting 50 million youths. How many youths are in Nigeria? Oh my God, like I feel so bad. Like I feel very bad. I don't feel happy. After that election, I was demoralized. I was down for days.
It's not only you, everybody. But we move.
but I speak.
Demoralization is not going to. We move. We have to join together and ensure we get that mandate. I don't care how we get, but we're gonna get it. There's no.
Let me use your platform and appeal to the judges if they can hear us, because I know they are hearing the cry of Nigerians. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to them. Please, we are not asking for too much. Judiciary is the last hope of the common man.
Yes.
All we are appealing to you people is justice. We don't have the military. We are common men. We don't have the money. We don't have everything. But one thing we are appealing for is, please, Nigeria Judiciary, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, all thy citizens are asking is for justice. Do this thing and leave a legacy for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great-grandchildren, that every Nigerian will be happy. Because we are pained. We feel bad that most of us had to travel from all the places we are in the world to come and vote our choice. When a promise has been made, they gave us a promise that they are going to upload the result in real time. It is only in my country, Nigeria, that I need a law court to explain what a real time means. It is only in Nigeria that the word real time is a different thing altogether. It is only in Nigeria. Nigeria made me to know that a real time, even in the next 4 months, is still real time. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know, but I know that the last time I heard Obi, he said that they are still uploading the result on the IRF. So from 25th of December till we don't know when they are going to finish uploading the result, it's real time. The judges, stand up and deliver Nigeria from this rascality. Stand up and deliver Nigeria from this mess. We are going to owe you people a lot. Almighty God will bless you people if you people can be able to stand up and put an end to this mess. People were killed, people were butchered. Why? Because they want to make their country better. We are borrowing money to share. We are borrowing money from hand to hand. People are bringing sheep and telling us it's oil theft. A sheep that is bigger than what is coming into a territory to take oil and go, and people oil theft. And I am not aware. Everybody is denying that he or she is not aware. What a country. Thank you for giving me your platform. May Almighty God bless your hustle.
He said, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, because everybody's voice matters. That's just the truth. I mean, I can't say it all, I can only say so much. I can't say it all. So it's an opportunity for anybody who has something, because this is a time for us to unite as Nigerians and speak these things to power. Because these people are already jittery. They've never experienced this type of thing before, where an election is conducted and there's no peace. You never see the election for Nigeria. These people ought to be celebrating. Why are they not celebrating?
Yeah.
They are not celebrating because they know that they stole it. They can't celebrate. They cannot. They themselves, they are not sure of themselves. They are not sure. Look at the man, the grandfather that just came to lie to to Nigerians that this man has gone to do investing, gone to talk to investors in Europe. Are you kidding me? You're talking to Nigerians that travel, educated people. You're coming to lie on a national TV station that is viewed globally. And you think you're talking to Mumu people, a great grandfather. He may be a great grandfather, and he is in a position that should be occupied by a young Nigerian. You are sitting on a position that your own great grandchildren should be sitting on. Is that something to be proud of?
Oh.
These people cannot sleep easy. I'm telling you, as they are waking up, they are hearing their names. They cannot have peace of mind. You see that seat that they're trying to sit on, they can't sit on it. They will not sit on it because there's fire there. The kind of fire that is going to burn there is not the type that we can see.
And the fact is, when they hear birds on their window, they say it's obedience.
Exactly.
If they sleep and mosquito bite them, they say it's obedience. Why are you scared of these people? These people are 4 people tweeting in a room. They are 4 people. Why are you afraid of 4 people that are tweeting in a room? Allow them to keep on tweeting.
Thank you. Don't disturb them. No, you see, this is exactly what I mean. They cannot rest. Their names, they cannot rest. They are like, these people, can't they just leave us alone? We can't. We have to press their neck until they give us our, because it's our property. Peter Obi is just a man standing for all of us. It is your property. It is my property. Does Nigeria belong to a particular group of people? It does not belong to anybody. It doesn't belong to me alone. It doesn't belong to you alone. It belongs to all of us. All of us. You know, I played a video earlier where DJ Switch was saying, to people that are supporting this broad daylight armed robber, a drug baron, a thief, a criminal, are they blind? Are they blind? Or they choose to intentionally turn their ears and their eyes away from it all? There's nobody that will see this and say, no, this is what I desire for myself and for my children. You must definitely, there must be something wrong with that person's sight. It needs to be checked.
Yep.
How can you look at the people that are representing this man, for instance? Take a look, notice all of them, they look like they all came from a forest somewhere. They are all ancient, they're like fossils.
Yes.
It don't seem like they all drank from the same well. Look at how horrible looking look at how horrible they look. They are evil, spills from the outside and shows on the inside. And you want Nigerians to be okay. You want them to accept. And then you have elders coming to tell people, oh, pray that he will do this. How can you make an evil person do right, please?
I don't like that thing. I'm still trying to figure that.
Someone that has been consistently evil all his life, all of a sudden he becomes president and is they've not even concluded the process of it all. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. It is worsening. And you want the people to fold their hands? It's not possible. These people are not sleeping because we are not giving up. I intentionally come after because when the British and the Nigerians are sleeping, we are awake. So that in their sleep, they will be hearing our voices.
Exactly.
Because even at midnight, they do their thing. We did at midnight right now. We are talking.
Yeah.
We are crushing every plan, every plot. You see the one they did March 1st, it will not happen. Like it will not. Our eyes are so go open till that day, till we collect our mandate. No sleep. Now so we they shine our eye like globe. Everything they shine like owl. Oh, now so. They watch like hawk. They watch them like hawk. Have our ears to the wall. They will not escape this. They thought that it would be the same usual. Oh, Nigerians want to only talk, only vest.
Yeah.
Vest, you talk, everybody go enter house. Pata we just show them BB Naija.
Yes.
That's it. All of them, their body go rest. No, nobody's interested. Me, I know they watch them before. Nobody's interested in it.
Nobody's even interested now. Everybody's attention is in that court case.
Exactly.
In fact, the way I'm interested in this judiciary issue, I've never been interested like this before.
Exactly. Thank you exactly. The same way
If I
interested like this before is the same way a lot of Nigerians have never been this interested before. Never. I remember when I started talking about this Peter Obi thing last year before the election, when I found him and I just started putting out my, talking about him. People will come. People were not coming to my channel. They will just come, your waka come out, yourself, I beg, because I did other content, right? Your waka come out. I was every day, 2 people will show up. I will talk. The way I'm talking right now is the way I will talk, where 2 people are. I don't care because I was so convinced about him. Look at it now. We only maybe lone voices at that time. Look at everywhere now. Look at the noise. Look at the people right now. You understand? So this thing, Nelly say return of the damned. It's true. They really look like return of the damned.
I'm surprised because one of the reasons why I know that this thing is bothering them so much is that a sitting minister left the offshore of Nigeria and you went to United States or UK, I don't know where he went to go and talk about somebody in Onitsha.
Hey, thank you.
Why not drive straight to Onitsha and go and meet this person and say, please, we want to see you. Why are you doing this? Exactly. You left the offshore of Abuja where you are serving as a serving minister. Only to go to United States, to go to UK, and start talking about somebody that you can just fly into Onitsha and go and see there.
That's where you know. That's how. Those are the clues. So when this talking, I can't overemphasize how impactful it is. You think it's not getting to them. It is. I'm telling you, they are not sleeping easy. They sleep with one eye. Even the people around them, they can't trust.
Yes.
They cannot trust them. Their hearts, they are not at peace. They have to walk and be looking behind their shoulders. They cannot rest. You see that mandate, it not go reach their hand. Unless they want expedite the bringing down of the entire society, it will not happen. Because
in as much as this our judiciary, you see this particular case, I don't know why I have so much trust. I've never had trust. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with me only, but I don't know why I have so much trust on this case.
There's no reason why you shouldn't, because we have a very good case.
It is I usually read. In fact, this thing, when I wake up in the morning, I read it. Like when I read it, I get more and more confident again. When I read it, I get more and more confident because this thing is. I want to see, like that is why you see the lawyers. They are telling them broadcast this thing so that people will see what you are saying.
Exactly.
If you are throwing this case away, if you are throwing a petition away, if you are throwing any part of the petition, people will know the reason why you are telling us that this one will not stand.
Exactly.
We want to see the analysis, and that is why the Council of Labour Party and others, because I don't know any other parties. Sorry about that. The ones I know is the one I'm saying. The Council of Labour Party and others are applying for them. Can you broadcast this court tribunal case? We want the world to see. We want every Nigerian to see. We want every legal practitioner to look at this thing. Let us see what you're interpreting. So this one is not a hiding place. There is nothing to hide. We are not hiding on anything now. They need to come out because everybody is waiting. The world are waiting. Everybody is watching. We want to see what these people will say. We want to see what they will do. We want to see how you let us see, like we want to know. And they know that millions of Nigerians are interested in this case.
Absolutely.
Go and watch. If you go to YouTube, you see the ones that channels televised. The little broadcast channel made about the thing. You see how many million people have watched it. You will find out that people are so interested. So this one, it is not a hiding place for anybody.
They cannot hide. They can
Levi
run, but they
Uzuku,
cannot hide.
Levi Uzuku made a statement. He said that this is not business as usual. And for a lawyer to come out and tell you this is not business as usual, hey, is going to go through the wire, whether Nigeria like it or not. So all we know is, I just want to commend you. Like, sometimes I usually listen to you when I'm at work. I will just put my earpiece or earphones and listen to you. You know, I don't have that time to contribute, but as much as I can, I think I'll be coming on to my contributions.
Absolutely. No, thank you for coming and thank you for sharing your views, because we all need our voices. This is the time that everybody needs to speak up. So there's no, okay, let me leave. No, every opportunity you get to add your voice, do not hesitate, because we need to be united to get this. We can't do it separate. We cannot do it when we're all doing our own thing. They need to understand that the citizens have understood their power and they are willing to take it all the way home. They need to understand that, because that's the only message that these people understand. Since they say they want to be unfortunate, so the language of being unfortunate is what they understand. So I want to thank you for coming, and I appreciate you for stopping by. And please, wherever you find yourself, don't hesitate to use your voice. These people are afraid of your voices. They are afraid of you holding them accountable and calling them out. They are afraid, trust me. That's why they want to clean out the treasury. They want to take I will not be surprised if these people break things as they are living. If they destroy things I will not be surprised. I'm telling you guys. Una go dey hear for news. Oh, the Aso Rock Villa, the kitchen, we found that it was empty. I'm telling you, the bedrooms, they will find out say e don empty. They go empty everything. Because why? That's all they know how to do. They know how to destroy. They don't know how to build. They don't know how to build anything. And all of them, I hope that after all this is said and done, they all end up in jail and wherever else they deserve to end up in. Because these people, we cannot allow them, we cannot give them any time or space. I have not heard from food. We've not seen for Food Kayode for a while now. E be like say they don use iron barbed wire take shut that one mouth up. We no know. All of them, all these their anywhere belle face people. You see how they are very measured now. They are careful because they realize that there's a force that is powerful than they are. This movement is not just about the obedience movement. Honestly, to me, it's much bigger than that. It's a movement of citizens understanding what their own purpose is in all of this. You need to be an active citizen in your society. If you're not active, the so-called people that are called to lead you will take advantage. They will rob you blind. Have we not seen enough of that? We cannot continue like this in Nigeria. It is clear like day and night. Forget all these people coming on national network stations to come and lie until they are blue in their faces. Lie, great grandfathers lie. I wonder if those people have children. I wonder, don't they have children who call them to account? God forbid, that I will have a father or grandfather like that. Oh, hey, we'll be act enemies. Are you kidding me? You shame the entire family like that? I would change my name. Because these people are laying terrible lineage for their children. The kind of name that they're leaving for their children and their children's children is terrible. I will say it here. Anybody whose father or mother has been part of these parties or people that have robbed us blind and has gotten us to where we are, none of them should come close to the corridors of leadership in Nigeria. They should take down their names. Even if they change their name, we go do DNA. E reach time we go dey do DNA before you become president of Nigeria. I'm telling you. To find out who in your lineage don rule Nigeria, when e don rob us blind, when e don thief. Honestly, we go find who you be. It doesn't matter whether na 24 generations after now. DNA will be even more effective then. They go know, and you no go ever near corridor of power. All these charlatans, all these armed robbers, drug dealers, that we, all these kidnappers calling themselves leaders, Boko Haramists. Did you guys see a video of the VP, the Boko Haramist VP, with his fellow Boko Haram greeting each other, doing high five with each other? You people see that video? These are things that we should not forget as Nigerians. You must remember those that have brought you to this point, especially if you grew up in Nigeria and you knew about the surface of Nigeria. You should never forget. You should write it down, pass the story down, start to educate your children about active citizenship, so that children will not grow up without knowing what their rights are. We have a society now in Nigeria that don't understand their rights as citizens. They just go around anywhere, anything goes, anything happens, they take it like that. We cannot continue to allow these people rob us blind. We cannot, because you don't know where your children are going to end up tomorrow. You don't know. You only know so much. You don't know. So the best thing now is to make sure Nigeria, we get our mandate so that we can put the structures in place to ensure that thieves, kidnappers, Boko Haramists, liars do not come near the corridor of powers in Nigeria. They're not going to even know the roads to the place. They're not going to know where to, they're not going to know the direction, how to get there, they're not going to know. That's what needs to happen. Because these people have taken Nigerians for a fool. I'm telling you, it's so disrespectful. 22.7 million, my people. What do they want to do with all the money where they don't thief? No impact. They don't even take and do better thing for their life. Their body not change. You not going to even see the money for their body. Instead, they be like people when they swallow all manner of things. They be like native doctor when they go collect for shrine. That's all of them be. The money not they show for their body, they show for their children body. The children say they use the money. The children they use the money till they harm themselves until they buy. That's what they do. Very soon, their generation will be wiped off the surface of the earth because they don't inherit terrible evil. That's what happens. All the people that have stolen Nigeria are blind, that have robbed us blind. Where are their generation today? Where are their children? What impact are they having in the world? Please, if you know of any, let me know. All the leaders that have ruled Nigeria, where is their generation? What impact have they had or are they having in the world today? Do you know any? You won't. You can't know any of them because they have zero impact. The money has turned them into something that you can't even look at. Someone like for food Kayode. Imagine, can you believe that that one's father was once a lawyer? Look at him with all the school that he went to, nothing to write home about. All he does is to speak big grammar of his colonial masters to come and use to bamboozle those that care to listen or read his rubbish articles. The only place he's relevant is on Twitter, and it's only with few people. Even when he even writes, nobody pays attention. That is how irrelevant he has become. God forbid. Check it. You guys should go and check. Go and look. All your leaders in Nigeria, what have become of them today? What has become of them? None of them are not, and they are nothing to write home about. None of them. None. All the money where they thief, they nothing can do. They not see better thing they can do. Nothing.
You're welcome to today's broadcast. Sure Destiny TV, reaching people and touching lives.
Hello, Nigerians. This is your friend, Dr. Haruna Goro. Nigeria, Nigeria, our dear motherland. Only in Nigeria you will see so many things allowed and permitted. Nigerians are really understanding people, even to their own disadvantage, to their own destruction. Actually, I would call it self-destruction. I mean, how can we keep condoning this evil? We know since President Buhari came in, he's been in and out of hospital. Billions have been spent to upgrade the clinic in Aso Rock, but they can't still trust it to take care of the president. Every time Buhari is sick, where does he go? He will go abroad, go to the UK. Instead of developing our hospitals, they keep going abroad. How many of the presidents or prime ministers of other nations, European nations or America, do we see coming to Nigeria? But we have Nigerian doctors all over the world, in America, in the UK. Nigerian doctors are doctors that other nations would do anything to have them. But come home and see our own situation. It's even so bad now that Tinubu, so-called president-elect, is taking the same queue behind President Buhari. Two of them right now, as I'm speaking, they are having a medical break on medical checkup to see their doctors. This is a slap on us Nigerians. I don't know why we keep allowing this. People are dying, our hospitals are not working, and anytime they are sick or their families are sick, they will run abroad to go and get medical treatment, to go and get medical assistance. They don't care if we die. People die of Boko Haram, hired assassins, ritual killers, die of starvation, name it. And now we don't even want to talk about kidnappers. The current life expectancy of Nigerians is about 50-something years. Where are we heading to? Nigerians, why do we allow this foolishness? Why do we allow this evil and this wickedness? Do you know what? President Buhari, APC, and many of these so-called leaders that are rogues, they call themselves politicians, but these are wicked thieves, broad daylight robbers that call themselves politicians. That's why we need to demand change, not later, but now. We knew what Mahmoud Yakubu did. He forced Tinubu on us, a man that is sickly. We're not wishing him evil, but we can see that the man is frail. He's very, very sick. Why would they allow themselves be used in the hands of the devil to bring such a wicked man, somebody that's a drug baron, somebody that has no truth in him, a person that has committed perjury, false declaration that he has made, and this is the person they want to force on us. And you can see all the people around Tinubu now that are looking for appointment, all of them are the same old, retired, wicked, and evil politicians. The same old game. And now they are resisting the young people. The young people are rising up and they're saying they want to take their nation back, but they will not allow it. And you are telling us Tinubu is president-elect. No, president-select, not elect. And now where is Tinubu now? He's abroad. The president is abroad. Tinubu is abroad. The president is using our money. Since he came till now, and the president came and said, Nigerians to please pardon him, to forgive him. Why? What have Nigerians done wrong against you wicked politicians? And you still want to continue. Enough is enough. We knew what happened with the election. It is so obvious that Peter Obi was the winner. We saw what they did against the obedience, what they did against the members of Labour Party, and anyone that was voting for change, anyone that wanted to vote for Peter Obi, they went after them. They sent thugs after them. Some of them were killed. Wicked politicians, what do you want? What have we done wrong against you? What evil? What is the sin of Nigerians? Haven't you robbed us enough? Haven't you stolen enough? Have you not seen enough bloodshed? And now, what are they doing? They want to quickly come and swear in Tinubu. But Nigerians, let's not let it happen. Remember what Yusuf Detti said. If you swear in a person that was not elected by the people, then you are ending democracy and are also supporting. This wickedness must come to an end. I'm calling on the Presidential Election Tribunal that is sitting right now. Please, I'm begging you, call for the postponement of the swearing in. Of what use is it to swear in somebody that was not duly elected by the people? The evidences are too obvious. I know you have the case and you need to follow the rule of law. However, for peace to reign, for the sake of peace in Nigeria, delay the swearing in until the case is done with, so that we know who is the true winner of this election. We are tired of suffering in the hands of this wicked politician. I'm calling on Nigerians. Let's stand to defend our vote. We do it peacefully. Tinubu should not be sworn in. He was not duly elected by the people. Is that the kind of person we want? After he got the so-called certificate of return, where did he go to? He didn't rest in Nigeria. They say he's resting to prepare for his swearing in. Where did he go? He went to France. He could not trust our own hospitals. That is the kind of person you want to force on us, but it will not happen. God the Creator will not let this evil and wickedness continue in this nation. So I'm calling upon us Nigerians. We shouldn't just sit down there quiet in our corners and everybody just complaining, this is Nigeria, this is Nigeria, this is Nigeria. For how long will we be a punching bag? I'm calling upon the judiciary. I want you to suspend this swearing in until the case that is with the tribunal is finished. We don't want you to swear in somebody, waste Nigerians' time, waste the money of Nigerians, and then at the end have to overturn it. Because I can tell you, what Mahmoud Yakubu did was evil against Nigerians, and he deserves to be behind bars. Do you know what the politicians are saying? This is Nigeria. No matter what you do, people are just going to shout and complain for a few days on social media, and after that, they will just go back to business as usual. This time around.
Exactly, right? That's what they're saying. Truth be told, this is what these so-called ancient of days are thinking. Like it's going to be like before, they might not be Nigerians, they'll just shout, make noise. After a while, max 2 weeks, they will move on to the next thing. Isn't that why they were able to steal 22.7 trillion? Because guess what? Nobody made too much noise about it. So they decided, let's take $18 million and then let's add another $800 million to it. Ew. They never know it will happen.
Now it will be different. Nigerians want their nation back, and we're not going to sit quiet and watch you take us for a ride. Enough is enough. We are taking our nation back. Nigerians came out in mass to vote for change, and they voted for Peter Obi and Baba Ahmed. And this mandate that you stole, broad daylight, must be restored to the Nigerians. Enough is enough. I call upon the tribunal that is currently sitting to hear the case that Labour Party, PDP, and the others have brought against INEC and against Tinubu. I know this time around you're going to do the right thing. Don't allow yourself to be bought. I know Tinubu and APC are doing everything. They will do everything to try and get them to twist the justice. But please, the last hope we have, apart from God, the Creator, we have you, the judiciary, as the last hope for the common man, for the people that voted for change. Please don't allow yourself to be bought. Don't let money sear your conscience. Do the right thing. Nobody should buy you. Nigerians, let's stand in solidarity to support the judiciary, even as they discharge justice. It's our prayer that God will protect you. No evil will befall you. Those wicked politicians, they are not God. Don't be afraid of them. Money comes and money goes. None of us will carry money with us to the grave. And so, please, don't allow yourself to be bought, no matter what they do. Think about Nigerians. Think about innocent people that have died. Think about children that are suffering. Think about our hospitals. Think about our roads that are not safe, the insecurity. Think about the poverty. Nigeria has never been divided like now after the election. People have been so divided along religious lines, tribal lines. Some people were even told in Lagos that they should go. Igbos were being chased. Their shops were being burned. Some have lost their life. Where are we heading to? And Tinubu never said anything against what they were doing. President Buhari also never said anything. He's been quiet. We cannot allow this wickedness to continue. Nigerians, let's stand together and demand that our stolen mandate must be restored. We knew who we voted for, and nobody is going to be imposed upon us. Somebody that is now in the hospital, and they want to force Tinubu on us. No, 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 no. He's an illegitimate president-elect, actually select, imposed upon us by this wicked man called Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. Nigerians, this is our time, and I know that justice will stand. I'm confident that the tribunal will do the right thing. No matter what APC and these wicked politicians do, their time is up. The time for Nigerians is now here. The time to be free has come. Nigerians, let's stand in solidarity until we see the birth of a new nation called Nigeria, a nation that we will be proud of. Our children's children will be proud to call their own motherland. Nigeria shall rise again. Nigerians will rise again. I see hope in the horizon. I am confident things are going to change. I salute the resilience of the obedience. I salute the patience and the understanding of Nigerians. And we are standing until we see the restoration of this stolen mandate. I want to say thank you very much for remaining committed and remaining visionary until we see the birth of a new Nigeria. We are not bowing down. We are not going backward. We are not turning coward. We are standing until our mandate is restored. Please go ahead and share this broadcast with as many people as you can. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do it.
Yes, that's a man that I really, I listen to him. Yeah, I love the power in his voice and where he speaks from. We need more and more people like this coming out and speaking like this. So plenty more, plenty. Because Nigeria, we need help right now. Nigeria is in need of help right now. We need to get that country back to where it needs to be. We cannot afford to leave it alone for these monsters. It will not happen. This ancient of days, these fossils, that want to impose themselves on us, will not let it happen. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
The narrative has already changed.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I need to start this.
The narrative has changed.
Yeah.
The narrative has already changed. The fact of the matter is that until 25th of February, the illusion was that there were some owners of Nigeria outside of the people they had victimized in Nigeria. The victims of Nigeria spoke collectively on the 25th of February to let it be known to those who thought they own Nigeria that the people own Nigeria. What they are doing right now is a counter coup. They are trying to reassert their powers. Let me show you something, Aisha. On the 25th, that Saturday, 25th of February, there is a market in Maiduguri called the Monday Market. Zulum and your vice president-elect, they lost so badly that they burnt that market in Maiduguri on Saturday, 25th. It was burning until Monday before fire brigade was allowed to put out the fire. That was how pained they were at their loss within Maiduguri. If somebody had told you that Obi will win in Maiduguri, would you have believed it?
Exactly. There's even another one, Daily. There's even another one, I think in Bauchi, where there's a report that
Bauchi South. In Bauchi South, I think they have almost 100 or over 100 polling units. Obi won more votes in 4 polling units than were recorded for him in the whole of Bauchi South. I was in the war room. I saw the figures coming in real time.
Can you imagine that?
So when they tell, this is when you see the PDP people quiet, it's not because it's because they don't want to miss whatever will come to them from the crumbs of the APC table, because they are the same family. They won't fight Tinubu. We who genuinely were robbed, we are the ones fighting. They are one family. So if anybody is waiting for Atiku and the PDP to join, no, they won't. They are positioning themselves to be offered something. They are waiting to be offered seats at the table of impunity from where they have always ate. So let's be clear. This one is not it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. But now them go tire. We not go tire.
Exactly. Now here, now them go tire. Not be us. So we did this one. We ready for them. We ready. We are waiting. This one, will be like before. When they just feel say, oh, wetin, we will just do as we like, because that's why let me tell you, that's why they are having the audacity to take my people, because they don't see Nigerians finish, they don't see us finish, they don't talk for their mind, they say wetin they not get. All these people, when they know they fit do anything, but last na to shout, make noise 1 week, max 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they will come do BBN Naija for them. They go forget. Maybe person go do party, give one of their smallies, maybe 100K, maybe 10 million, 100 million, depending on your level as you are today. That's it now. I beg you, they don't see us finish. I'm telling you. You see wetin, na the eye when they say they look their options, when they leech on them for money, for anywhere belle face, na dey they look all Nigerians. I'm telling you, that's how they're saying all of us that are Nigerians. But this time around, they don't back the wrong tree for this one. I'm telling you. I want us to listen to some of these daily Pharaoh Timmins, because I enjoyed it. So let me play some of these clips.
PayPal.
Thank you.
Number one, in speaking to the NSAS panel, I did allude to why we're before the judiciary today. I'm a Yoruba man. In my tradition, we have a proverb. It says, Ejola nko, baba enikan o ki n koja. That means that you should first learn how to state your case. Make your case before you learn how to fight. So that by the time you are done fighting, when they ask you, so what happened? You would have a narrative that explains why you did what you did. So we've gone to court. And because of a question you asked, which came later, I'll tell you how we came about go to court. Immediately they stole the election. The first word that came out of their mouth, which has become the mantra of fascists, go to court. So when they said go to court, of course, in the immediate aftermath of the electoral theft, we had a meeting where we sat down and we agreed that, look, these people, they are deployed military forces across the country, particularly in the South, during the election. Some people mistook it for election security postings, but some of us said as far back as before the election that no, they are positioning this troop for the aftermath of election. So we knew that they were waiting for us to come and protest. So because we knew they were waiting for us to come and protest, we did not. So we took a decision to follow the judicial path. Not because we had ever given up the right of protest, because that is the inalienable right of anyone that is aggrieved But if the process has shown you that if you are aggrieved, go to court, and you've now gone to court, the court that you have gone to offers you two opportunities that you must never miss. One, you make your case before the court.
Yes.
But you also make your case in the court of public opinion.
Mm.
The people were not unaware of the fact that you won. The knowledge of the fact that Obi won is what is driving the hatred of the APC and Tinubu. That's why they've continued to attack him, because they need to diminish him in the sight of the public, because they know the true result. They know that he won. So we are going to court essentially to establish what we know to be the truth, what they know to be the truth. When I say they, I'm saying both the APC and even the PDP. Commonly, that political family that has ruined Nigeria all these years know what transpired on the 25th of February. So we are taking those facts before the court. We are not going there to prove to ourselves. We already know the truth, but we want to establish that truth, which are now to be established as facts before a court of law. We've taken that before the court of law. This is not about whether we trust the court or not. I have stated clearly, I do not. But we've taken this before them, and as we are establishing these facts before the court, the public, who are being assailed every day by Tinubu's propaganda machine, that Obi never had a path to victory, they are also getting to share these facts. The fact that INEC is irredeemably corrupt, did not follow the rules, deliberately truncated the process, this will be established before the court. And the Nigerian public will also see it. By the time we are done, whatever the court cares to say is up to the court. The court might decide that it is not really a court of justice. It might decide that, okay, it is an opportunity to redeem the Nigerian judiciary. That is the exclusive preserve of the court. I am not in control of what the court will do. I am only in control of what I will do. So I have gone to the court as prescribed by the law. Whether the court now elects to do his own part or not is left to the court.
I thoroughly enjoyed this. So guys, I want to show you like maybe one or two more. And then this man made a lot of sense in most of these videos. I was like, this is fantastic.
For just $67.
Sorry about that, guys.
The narrative has changed.
Yeah.
The narrative has already changed. The fact of the matter is that until 25th of February, the illusion was that there were some owners of Nigeria outside of the people they had victimized in Nigeria. The victims of Nigeria spoke collectively on the 25th of February to let it be known to those who thought they own Nigeria that the people who own Nigeria. What they are doing right now is a counter coup. They are trying to reassert their powers. Let me show you something, Aisha. On the 25th, that Saturday, 25th of February, there is a market in Maiduguri called the Monday Market. Zulum and your vice president-elect, they lost so badly that they burnt that market in Maiduguri on Saturday, 25th. It was burning until Monday before fire brigade was allowed to put out the fire. That was how pained they were at their loss within Maiduguri. If somebody had told you that Obi will win in Maiduguri, would you have believed it?
Exactly. There's even another one, Daily. There's even another one, I think in Bauchi.
It's Bauchi South. It's Bauchi South. It's Bauchi South. I think they have almost 100 or over 100 polling units. Obi won more votes in 4 polling units than were recorded for him in the whole of Bauchi South. I was in the war room. I saw the figures coming in real time. So when they tell, see, this is when you see the PDP people quiet, it's not because it's because they don't want to miss whatever will come to them from the crumbs of the APC table, because they are the same family. They won't fight Tinubu. We who genuinely were robbed, we are the ones fighting. They are one family. So if anybody is waiting for Atiku and the PDP to join, no, they won't. They are positioning themselves to be offered something. They are waiting to be offered seats at the table of impunity from where they have always ate. So let's be clear. This one is not it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. But now them go tire. We not go tire.
I meant to play another one though. I can't go play this one. No be this one. We don't hear this one before. This one.
Cole, he's my.
I need to hear what he has to say here.
You kept asking, what would we do if the judiciary does as it usually wants to do, which is to do the exact opposite of what it ought to do? Let me say this. If it is a movement, it means that you can only provide leadership. You cannot dictate. It is not for Dele Farotimi to say what a movement would do. I know what I would prefer. But when we come to that bridge, we'll cross it. We're not there yet. Let the judiciary do its job or fail to do it, and then we'll come to that bridge.
I too like this man. Hey! Dele, your head did there. In fact, all Nigerians, everybody is doing me proud right now. Honestly, I can't even. No. I respect.
If you see me,
I have a newfound respect for a lot of my Nigerian brothers and sisters. No, I mean, I'm really, really proud of everyone. Oh, sorry. Why am I muting this? Okay.
If you see me open my mouth and say to you that the sitting Chief Justice of Nigeria is either irredeemably corrupt or unbelievably incompetent, and I'm saying so with aplomb, full chest, and I know say there no born any one of them to challenge what I am saying. It is because the evidence of what I am saying is right there in the record of the court itself. They can't ask me to bring the proof. The proof is in their own record. Ariwola is irredeemably corrupt or unbelievably incompetent. And I say so on the strength of the case of Gbadamosi Eletu versus Akinloye.
Okay.
A case where the rest was never before any of the courts, whether the High Court, the Court of Appeal, or even the Supreme Court itself. The rest was not before it. The proper parties were not before it. And the court, so motu, on the urgings of one of the wizards of Nigerian law, Afe Babalola, made a pronouncement on land that was not in front of it. So please, the Nigerian judiciary is magical.
Wow. Man, I mean, what more can be added there? Nigerians are ready. Have you guys been on Twitter? My goodness. Twitter, every social media. I mean, I'm seeing people that I've never seen before emerge from different corners, like really pushing through, hey, and standing firm. I'm like, wow, Nigerians are ready. I never thought that there would come a time where I would say that no, Nigerians have proved everyone wrong this time. I'm telling you. And one thing I appreciate about this movement is that it's not a one size fits all. Everyone wants the best for everybody. Everybody wants Nigeria to work for them and others. And they're standing for the truth, regardless of where they come from. That's the beauty of this. That is why the movie, the stunt that this shrine man, this babalawo man, was trying to pull, is not it. Nobody took him seriously. Like, who's going to follow you? You think the obedient movement will follow you because you are now you want to impose yourself as chairman? It doesn't work like that. We know the people that are for us. And let me just say something. Like, there are people I've heard, like, in circles where people say, oh, you know, some people get tired and weary of doing this thing. It would be nice for them to get kudos from Peter Obi or whatever. To them, I say that means you don't know, you are not sure what your fight is all about. Because we are waiting for Peter Obi to come and tear everybody kudos. Who are you fighting for? Are you fighting for Peter Obi or you're fighting for yourself? You have to make up your mind. Are you fighting for Peter Obi or you're fighting for your family, for your name, for your ancestral home? Who is the one that's giving you the opportunity to do that right now? Who is the person that has given you the courage or giving you the voice that you need to do that right now? I don't know about you. For me, I'm doing it from my own ancestral home. I may not benefit from it, but for the fact that everybody that is related to me is going to be all right back home, is enough for me. I don't need to be there. I don't need to be there to benefit from it. But of course, when I visit, I want to visit in peace. I want to travel in peace and come back in peace. I want to feel like I'm going home. Oh my God. You know how refreshing it is when you feel when you want to go home, when you go home, you know? So this movement is bigger than a person. If you decide today that, oh, I don't want to be a part of the obedience, I beg, that's your problem. Don't expect anybody to come and beg you, please. Nobody send anybody, papa. Everybody they fight their fight for you. Everybody, every malam with a kettle, that way they do for years. So it's okay. I mean, the putting your voice out there is not an easy task. It's not. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but you are doing. For me, I'm doing it because I want the best for the people back home. I'm tired of the suffering. I'm tired of what I hear every day coming out from that country. It makes my heart sick. I'm doing it so that everybody will be okay. I'm not doing it there's nothing for me to gain here. Honestly, I'm not getting it. Nobody don't come in and tell me something, okay, I want to give you 1 billion. There's nothing to gain. I'm just doing it because it's the right thing to do. We've been too quiet in that country. We've been too silent. Look at how these people just disrespectfully steal money from us. They don't even care whether we know anymore. 22.7 trillion. Do you know what that is? Do you know how many problems it will solve? Do you know how many hospitals, how many airports that will build? Do you know how many? Do you know how much electricity that money will generate? Do you know how many people it will put in good schools? Do you know how we revamped? If they say they put money aside to revamp the educational system for Nigeria, do you know how improved it will be? These people just they rob us blind. Look me, look you. They rob us. They don't care. They don't send. They are not interested. They don't care about how you feel, what you think. They do not care. They're just robbing you, not even blind. They are robbing you with your eyes open. You can't do anything. That's what they're telling you. Utter disrespect. The highest form of disrespect is like somebody spitting in your face. That's what these Nigerian leaders are doing. Supposed leaders are doing. They're spitting in every Nigerian face. Like, what are you going to do about it? So me, I'm doing my own. I'm using my own voice. I dey shout am for here. I dey use my own voice because I know say the voice get power. I know say even though na one person voice, but at least e get power. Words have power. I put out my word out there, join the words of other people that have been putting it out. There is no way there will not be such a force that they will have to reckon with it. Do you think they are not jealous of this movement that's standing behind it, Obi? Trust me, if they had their way and they knew how to destabilize the movement, they will. But they don't even know how it started, where it started. They don't. There's no leader. Nobody's a leader. There's no leader anybody's reporting to. Nobody. Even Peter Obi said, if you do anyhow, he go collect. He go collect woto. He collect now, say he go apologize to Wole Soyinka. The movement, people for the movement were very unhappy. They give am to am woto. Why go dey apologize? Wetin dey apologize for? Make e keep the apology. Wetin dey really, why e dey do like this? Why dey make do? The people give am woto. Even Peter Obi himself go collect. That is the beauty about this movement. You cannot hold anybody. Who you wan bribe? Who you wan give money to keep quiet? Who will collect the money? Trust me, if anybody calls me and says, oh, I want to give you money so that, let me tell you people for free, I will collect the money and I will still do Peter Obi's bidding because it's more than the money. I will not lie to you people. I will collect it and I will do the bidding. So I'm putting it out there. Anybody when get two head, when get the boldness, you have to have the boldness first of all to call me. That's one thing. You have to have that boldness to call me and say, we want to talk to you so that you can support us. I will collect that money. But you will hear, and I will come here and tell everybody that I collected money. But on this obedient hill, I stand. I tell you for free, nobody can call me. Because I'm not dey hungry. I dey look for food. I'm living a good life. I don't need help from anybody. Everybody has something to lose in all of this. Everybody has. So why would we be quiet? This is the only opportunity we will have in a lifetime to get back our country from the root to the top so that we can start doing the hard work. These people want to empty the purse. They are taking whatever they want to take because they don't want to leave anything for you. They don't. They don't want to leave anybody. They don't want to leave anything at all. They want to collect everything, chop for back, chop for front, gluttony. They won't finish everything. My people, use your voice wherever you are. Use your hand. Hashtag the hashtagables. Hashtag everything. These people go hear am. They say they're not go let us drink water drop cup. Now them go drink water, e go hook for their throat, and they're not go drop cup. Because that seat that they're trying to sit on, they will never get to sit on it. Never. Not only their dream, they go take the see am. But you know, whoever reach their hand. E no go reach their hand. Them and their urchins, they go cry bitter tears when this whole thing is taken from them. We're tired. Are you not exhausted? It's tiring. You live in a country, you go to Nigeria, you're afraid, you have to be looking back. Everything is so expensive. You can't even do anything. You can't trust anybody because everybody's looking for ways to take advantage of you. That is not life. That one not be life. Abeg o. Exactly, Mr. J. They no make the country great. Now looting ground for them. When they don't buy finish, they go, they want, maybe they carry, they come bury them. When Putin talk at that time, all Africans, they shout, what does it mean? But what is Nigeria doing? Isn't that the case? They go loot all the money, go give their masters. Come back, come turn them to burial ground. God go fire, thunder go fire all of them. They go find another place when they'll take go they bury them now. In fact, all those ones when they don't thief our money, when they don't buy, may they exhume their body, go throw away and for inside somewhere. I'm telling you, because this suffering, they are part of the problem. The ones where they don't go to, they are responsible for this suffering when people they suffer now. Eh? Every day you're hearing all kinds of terrible news. No good hospitals, no good road, no lights, no good transportation. You can't even trust anybody. Eh? Yes, so it's true. Oh. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the house. So Abemon and all verse. Omo, Nigerian politics. It has consumed me. I know they remember all those things anymore. Until we get this mandate back, forget. My mind is just so, you know. Mazi, Mazi, you dey hear me? Where you dey? What's going on? It's so dark there. What's going on?
The light is not.
It's not reflecting. Why are you not putting on any clothes? Can you turn off your camera, please? If you don't have any clothes on, just turn off your camera so that you can talk.
What do you say?
Turn off your camera. You are half naked. I don't want to.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, turn off.
Yeah, just turn off your camera. Then you fit talk. How are you?
Yeah. I'm fine.
You? Okay, good.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there's rain here. We're having rain and I'm outside.
There's what?
Can you hear me?
What did you say?
There's rain here.
Rain, it's raining.
And I'm outside.
Oh, it's raining.
Yes, rain is falling.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No worries.
That's the noise you are hearing at the background.
Okay. How are you doing now? How are you? How are you recovering?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm recovering by the grace of God.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good.
So if you can give another person chance, let the rain subside so that I can hear ourselves very well.
Okay, no worries. All right, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you can mute yourself now. Thank you. Mr. Ifeanyi, I don't know if it's a woman or a man. Welcome. Good evening. Happy Friday to you.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I say, make I put my own mouth join on top of the talk, on top of the matter, as you came me to mind. You know, say our mandate was stolen after all our hard work. So I was just wondering, I don't think Nigerians are ready for another disappearing president. You know, we don't need another Abiku in the Aso Rock, right? And I feel like this court case should be a walkover, you know, because when something like this is at stake and we're having a no-show, somebody that is supposed to be there, is it like above the law? So all eyes on the judiciary, yeah. We'll see what they're up to. But it will be, I feel like it will be very difficult for them to, you know, not do justice, not because everybody's eyes is on it, you know, so they can't fool all of us. So now I'm looking at the whole corruption thing and the more borrowing, more loans, more thieving, you know, even in this last minute, they're still not satisfied. So what, you know, actually is their problem? This is criminal. These guys are criminal. That's how I see them. I never seen them as leaders or politicians. You know, I know that politicians in everywhere in the world has bad name, but these guys, they are just on a whole different level. You know, like they feel like they can do whatever they want and get away with it. So for them to be doing this at this stage with everything that is going on, they still have the mind, they still have the guts to borrow more money, to loot us dry, to loot our present and our future. That's wickedness and that's criminal. And I hope one day, we'll be able to hold them accountable. And that can only happen when we have the right person up there. Because I heard somebody saying that he's going to fight corruption when he gets there. But corruption cannot fight itself. Corruption cannot fight corruption. For you to fight corruption, you have to complain yourself, right? So that's apart. Yeah, it's up to Nigerians it's up to us as Nigerians to stand up, because this is an opportunity for us. We've worked so hard to get to this stage. So let's not give up. Let's not give up. Let's let nobody have any doubt or fear or be discouraged in any way, because democracy is what we're supposed to be practicing. And if we all go back and sit down and just watch, and nobody does the talk, and nobody puts in the action, nothing will ever happen. The fact that this is not the first time they are rigging, but the fact that we are holding them where we are holding them right now is because we are all putting our eyes on them. We are all, working together. We are uniting together and fighting this one cause. That is the only reason. If not, it would have been business as usual for them. So let's not give up. Let's not give up. The odds are on our side. I know that for sure. Bad as it bad, I don't think the judiciaries, I don't think they can, and I don't think they can make that decision, to go against us. And I don't think that, I don't see the possibility of them swearing in Tinubu on the 29th, because are they gonna they're going to patch him up, and then brings him? I mean, he doesn't show up in the courts. Is he going to show up at the swearing in ceremony? Like, I don't understand how that is going to work out. Those are the things that have been playing in my head. You don't show up to the court. Are you gonna show up to the swearing in ceremony? So let's watch and see. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak my mind this evening. I appreciate it.
Absolutely fine, and come again next time. Thank you for adding your voice to the movement. We sure need a lot more, so it's a good thing. War against impunity. Welcome. If I can you mute yourself for now so it doesn't? Yeah.
My bad.
War against immunity. How now? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Miss Oma. It's been a while. How's everybody doing?
Welcome. Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been?
I've been good. What's it called? My schedule. I took a what's it called? I won't say vacation, but staycation. What's in the color when you know go far? But yeah.
I don't know. On a vacation now. I think you don't do anything. You just go chill. Na vacation.
Yeah. I took some time off because I was getting stressed. You feel me? And when I came back, then people they don't do schedule the way they like them. So it's gonna take another like 2 weeks for my schedule to be back to where it was. So yeah, that's just it. But I've been following everything. You've been I follow your content. So
right.
I've seen you everywhere. But yeah, what's it called? I just find it funny because I knew this is the junction it will be in Lamidi Agbado. I just find the man very funny though. Like I just find the whole situation.
The man is a babalawo. They went to pick him up from his shrine.
He came out and said, "I am now in charge."
I know. I'm giving them 24 hours to report to me. I'm like, who the hell are you?
I'm like, bro, if you have to demand for somebody to come see you, like it means you're not in control, bro.
Exactly.
If you have to say they must come, it means you're not in control. Like, see, listen, we all know who is funding, who is paying for his breakfast. It's Dakwa Abiodun that is paying Arabambi and Agbado, and Lamidi Agbado. So these are not serious men. You feel me? These are products of our country, the Nigeria that they have, they have destroyed. This is the product. So those guys are funny to me, but we must regain this stolen mandate, if not for anything, for the sake of the democracy, because you cannot have a situation where a minority lost woefully and they want to by force, by thuggery, by gangsterism, they want to rule. No. I am happy. There's a little space in my heart that is happy, because whatever happens, Nigeria will not remain the same again after this whole episode. So the fever must break one way. Either we destroy this stuff and start again from the scratch, or we start doing the right thing. You feel me? Either way, the fever of this country will break. It must break. It cannot continue this direction. Look at the way they're cashing out in summer. Everybody's cashing out, bro. 800 million in loan.
22.7 trillion. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm talking about the loan they just took again.
Yeah, on top of the 22.7 trillion, and another 18 million, and then another $800,000.
That's the one they wanted to share for people because they say they want to take over.
What's wrong with your audio, my brother? It keeps going in and out. You're pretty low right now.
What's it called?
Your volume, your audio is low.
Oh, let me. I don't. Is it still like that?
No, it's still low. Can you guys hear him? If you can hear him, that's fine. But I'm like
hear him, but it's kind of breaking at the same time.
Yeah, and it's low. It's kind of low.
What's it called? I'm gonna go grab my iPhone. If it's better, guys. Can you let me know?
We can hear you now, but if you can turn up the volume a bit.
Let me turn it up on. Oh yeah. It was turned down. Can you imagine? My bad.
Much better. $800 million. Thank you very much, Kenny.
Yes,
and
it's
it's
800
true,
million.
Mr. Kevin. Yes, so I don't turn to political analysts.
It's for that 800 million. Remember why they took it from the World Bank? It was because they want to remove subsidy, and now the subsidy, they say they're not removing it. So what happens to the 800 million? Nobody's asking the question. Now Boko Haram has said he wants another 800 million. There's God though, like President Jonathan will say.
It's because they want to clean everywhere out because they know that they are not going to be. So guess what? And they are not Nigerians. Let's just put it out there.
You're right.
These people are not Nigerians, so they are stealing everything to take with them to their countries. Let's not get it twisted. That's what's going on.
He said if you people disturb him, he will go to Daura. Imagine a president of a country saying if anybody should bother him, he will leave the country and go to another country. Do you know how insane that sounds?
Yep.
That you're the president and you're saying if they disturb you, you're going to leave a country that you governed. You see, it is good. It's good that is happening this way, because when this story is being told to our children's children, they will understand the importance, of this moment in history, and to know that this freedom that we're gonna get was not just given freely. So I understand to understand that politics that was we've been practicing is the ones that brought us to this very precipice where we have people like Amadou Gaba and the other one that is a Richard Card seller, that was a Richard Card seller, that is the what was his name, the one in charge of Boko Haram's Twitter. These are people these are people that are employed by by us, the taxpayer. I don't even pay tax, but people that are employed by us, the taxpayers. Can you imagine Nigeria is employing people that did not graduate, people that did not graduate, people that refrash, people that were former Richard Card sellers, just package them and put them, if not for nepotism. My sister, it's good that it's happening this way. Nigeria, this fever, it will break by crook or by crook. This fever will break. I believe that strongly, for sure.
I'm telling you, no, that's fact right there. If it doesn't, if nothing is done, there's no way out. It's just to make everybody follow for a fallout. That's what it means. Yeah,
No,
that's true,
you're
Mr.
right.
J.
If it because it doesn't, it's unexplainable. It cannot be explained. Like it just does not make sense. This current trajectory, something has to change. It's on a country of 250, or how many people are we? Million
Over
people.
200 million. Just talking like that.
We cannot
That's if it
feel.
is true. Because now
That's if it is true.
they lie.
Exactly. We can't even fill our quota of OPEC. We cannot pump 2.2 million barrels a day. Can you imagine? Nobody's explaining to us why we cannot pump our OPEC quota. Nobody. 1.1 million barrels every day. You do the math. His Excellency has done the math. You guys go and watch the video and do the math. It is incredible if you think of it, the amount it is stealing from us on a daily basis.
Yep.
It is incredible. So whatever they want to do, this charade they're doing, or this court case, let them continue. I'm not worried about that. That 29 is a date with destiny for the history of this country, because it cannot work.
It won't. Because everybody's talking, everybody has woke. No, I'm proud. Nigerians, please keep the fire burning. Don't go and sleep. I beg. I dey praise una now, but when I not can go forget, can go they do another thing. Be cool. Keep the firing on all cylinders. No rest until that's 29. No resting. Yeah, Jay, that's true. They can only use the name of Nigeria to borrow from lenders. That's why they're doing. Yep, exactly. They don't care what they do. Lenders don't care what they do with the funds when it's disbursed. And mind you, they're borrowing some of this money. They're borrowing from World Bank, who, mind you, somebody I think said they tried to call. I forget which African country citizens they called the World Bank or so. They now said that they did not want to borrow, that they should stop borrowing their government money because the citizens are not getting anything from it. The person that answered the phone said, well, it's not, the conversation is not, they can't have the conversation with the citizen, that the conversation is with the government. So the citizen does not have a say in it. Can you imagine? These people will just be borrowing money. They don't care.
Of course, Omoye, you got to look at it from their perspective. If I borrow you, Omoye, I'm just going to give you a scenario, right? If I borrow you.
Come on, my brother, you are too low. What happened? Now, this is your audio. Something is wrong. We are not hearing you well.
I think I go in. Is it going in and out again?
Yeah, we're not hearing. Are you not
Give me a
putting
second.
your mouth in the
Give me a
microphone
second. Give me a
properly?
second.
Okay.
I'm between the headphones. Give me a second.
They will borrow. I know they won't clean out, they won't clean house before they go. They won't leave empty baskets. That's what. But you know what? So far, they not enter that place. They not sit for that place. Now they will not only their dream, they go take they see say they be president. They no go, it don't go ever become reality for them. Like so now to keep the voice, keep the fire on, make dem dey feel am at all angles. Now I think na early hours, because na this time dem dey work, na this time na dem dey stand up dey talk, na this time dem dey consult their babas and their little minions wey dem dey consult. Omo, as we dey here so we dey disrupt their mission right now. I'm telling you, as we dey talk this matter now, no peace for them. Na so as they wan do anything, they wan do any enchantment, or they wan do anything to omo, we are awake. We are going against every word that they are saying. They no go sleep, they no go rest. See this our property, we must collect am back. Nigeria no be their papa property. Na all of us get am together. And no be only one ethnic group dey there. We get over what, 500, don almost reach 500 ethnic group within Nigeria. Their father, we must collect our property. Really, his audio is crystal clear. Really, Mr. Kevin okay, maybe it's me. Me, war against impunity. They say you
They
are
say,
clear.
oh my bad. I think I don't know. Sometimes sometimes this happens when you don't hear
Oh
somebody.
yeah, they talk. If me no hear, you know wahala. As long as everybody hears you, I guess it's okay.
And I read this. The funny thing about this World Bank loan they took, the first World Bank loan, they said they've dispersed the money already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said to the something called the social register. I don't know if you've heard of that. The social register.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, they said they dispersed the 800 million already. They've been giving people 5,000 a month. Till today, I've not seen or I've not heard anybody calling to any radio station and say, "Oh yeah, I got the money." So who were those monies dispersed to in that social register? Nobody's answering that question. Remember, this nonsense is the same thing they do for N Power. You remember N Power?
No.
Oh, you don't know N Power?
No.
N Power is what this Boko Haram government, when they first came, right? Somebody in the comment section will probably have more insight than me, definitely. But I'm just going to summarize here. N Power was supposed to be a job creating program by the Boko Haram government. It launched by the website. Basically, if you want a job, right, you go to Empower, you register for Empower, and they'll somebody will contact you. But the problem is when they when they launched Empower and they discovered that there were well over 10 to 15 million unemployed people, they were like, God damn. Then they started hedging. Empower today is nothing. They spent, I think, close to 1 billion on Empower. People have job for the boys, fake ghost workers. The band was cutting. They arrested the band for it, for
Are you
Empower.
serious?
Yes. He was arrested because he knows somebody in the whole Empower thing, and they gave him some ghost workers, about 30 ghost workers. You're working. I mean, I'm not. You can literally search this online as I'm talking to you somewhere. The band just caught up in it. I don't know where that case is right now. They released him on bail. Who knows? The court system in Nigeria is vibes, as you well know. So, whatever. Yeah, Empower. Yeah. Trader money. Yes.
I didn't know about this.
Rahim.
So
Yep.
trader money scam
Yeah,
aided
Pastor
by.
Ruga. Yes, Rahim, you're right. Pastor Ruga Shibajo. Mr.
Are you
Handcuff.
serious? This VP?
Yes, my hands are always tied, Mr. BDSM. His hands are always tied. The man likes to be tied up any which way. Very useless somebody. I've not seen somebody as useless as that. He's almost as useless as Boko Haram himself. You feel me? But yeah, that's what they came in with when they first. You don't remember this?
I don't remember.
This was in
I
the
was
year
so
of our
removed
Lord
for all this happening
2015.
in Nigeria.
A lot happened. I know some people just came on the scene, but some people have been. See, to be honest, I washed my hands before I came back. I washed my hands from Nigeria when the people willingly elected a former dictator. They willingly elected somebody that usurped power, and that's where I lost it. And I tried to tell my mom that time. She told me to shut up. That I didn't know what I was talking about. That during Buhari's first administration, that people were orderly. War against indiscipline, they called it. But people were also queuing for sugar and milk. Oh yeah, yes. People were queuing for sugar and milk. In fact, it was illegal to have $1. If they see you with $1, it was a crime then. You feel me? So our people elected that. It was the first one to usurp power in the history of our country. He usurped a democratically elected government. It was the first one to, and the people brought him back, and people voted for him. And that's why I was like, yeah, you guys are not ready.
Wow.
They told me he reformed. Like, you don't reform. It is an ideology. It is an ideology that says, it's an autocratic ideology that says, my opinion is the most divine opinion. Nobody can talk to me about my opinion. It's a mentality. Men that are over 40, they don't change. That mentality is inside him. No matter if he retired, there's nothing like retired general, retired dictator. It is a mentality that you cannot just retire. But they brought him, they repackaged him, and people voted him. And that's when I said, "Oh yeah, you guys are not ready." And I'm not surprised he crashed the economy. What will he do? He's a cattle rearer. Like, let's be real.
Exactly, he's a cattle rearer. That's
He's
really
the
what
cattle rearer
With
that's
no
not even
education,
successful
no.
at that. He's not even successful at the man had
Exactly.
He had 150 cows in 1919, whatever. He had 150 cows every year. Imagine, you are a cattle rearer, and every year you have the same number of cows. And they brought him and they said to come and run the biggest economy in Africa, and you are surprised that people are shouting he destroyed it. Of course he did. What does he know? You see what Emefiele has run away. You know why Emefiele has run away? He granted him what's it called? Student visa. Emefiele is in the last 2 weeks of this administration. Emefiele is gonna run. Because he's been printing money for them. That's why inflation is he's been printing money for, imagine, to do eyelashes and things like I was watching on TikTok, eyelashes 22,000 naira. 22,000 naira to get eyelashes. To get your nails done in Nigeria is 25,000 naira. I was like, oh my goodness, they've wrecked our country. Think about that, Miss Someone. This man has just been printing money. He's just been printing money for them. That's why he wants to run away. He wants to run away. The DSS want to arrest him, but he has immunity because Boko Haram see, the country is, these people, the country is just, Miss Omoye, out. The central bank governor is going to run away. Please.
I know he's going to run. They are all going to run, not just
how
him.
crazy that is. That the central bank governor is running away. Nigeria is bad, like for real. The country is done. If we don't begin to course correct right now, there's still time. It's dire, but it's still salvageable.
It is. You know, the beauty of it all is that all Nigerians, if you go, I mean, the way Nigerians are active now about the civic responsibility to the politics, it's me. I'm not gonna lie, it's blown my mind. I've been like, wow. I've been like, Nigerians have woken up finally. I'm telling you. So this time around, they're not getting away with it. We just have to keep putting out. You see, your voice is powerful. Your voice, don't ever underestimate the power of your voice. Your voice is more powerful than any evil. I'm telling you. These people are scared. Why do you think they're trying to clean out the purse? They're trying to clean out the treasury. They want to leave it empty because they know that it's not going to get to them. Because it doesn't make sense. You have somebody supposedly that you selected that is supposed to come in, right? Won't you want to leave him some money to work with? No. Instead, they are clearing out 22.7, 800, 18 million that they are all going to share. INEC official don collect when they don share over 300 billion when they take do stupid election when they say they do. These people are not going scot free. Nigeria go literally, all hell go break loose if they try any rubbish. I'm telling you, all those judges now, I can imagine the pressure that they are under. They better know because the evidence is so over. There's no way, unless they want by their own hand, they want to create havoc in that country. Unless that's what they want. And they will get it because these people know where they live. These people are waiting for them. All the ones that think they're going to run overseas, people are waiting for them here. No, I'm telling you. Hey. No. Nigeria, no. This time we just have to keep at it. We can't relent. We can't give up. We just have to keep at it, because these people are, they are rattled. Wherever they are not sleeping well. I said they are up. What time is it now? The wee hours of the morning, they are up right now. They can't sleep. They can't sleep. When they call their names every day, they cannot sleep. Mm-mm. They can't. Even their supporters, they have to be careful where they go to. Their supporters, they know. Hmm. Be like say dis people no, they don't know, they don't know wetin, what is about to hit them if they try anything. They don't know. This Nigeria, na not all of us get am. We go collect our property. Time up. They don thief for 60 years. They be stealing us blind. They be robbing us. This year they decide to do it in the open. We be stealing before. Let's just steal. They no get wetin they fit do. That's what they are doing right now. They just dey say all of us we no get sense, we be mumu. We just dey look them as make we collect our mandate. Honestly, a lot of these people na prison, they need to kpai for prison. Honestly, they need to kpai literally, and they need to make sure say none of their generation ever, the corridor of power, they no smell am again for their generation. I'm telling you. And the story must be passed on, and all the names of the people when they don create the havoc for the country needs to be, or everybody need to dey learn the history for schools so that dem no go forget. And they need to get DNA, because some of these people will end up changing their names. You go get DNA of people wey dey don fairly, make you know their DNA, because DNA e dey stealing, drug e dey DNA. Make we know, so that you will never near the corridor of power. You won't smell it. Your generation will never smell it until it pleases the Almighty, the Creator Himself. I'm telling you, before person fit say okay, let them be allowed to. Until then, no, these people, history must be written. Name them and shame them. When they are teaching history, you'll be teaching. There will be a page for Agbado, a page for Mikano, all the people, a page for Bubu. Tell their story. Let people hear. Their generation, none of their children go remain for Nigeria. They go run last. They can't stay. They cannot stay. Since they cannot tell their parents when they are doing wrong. Old men, greedy ass people. Anyway, sha, make we leave the matter for another day. I don try for today. Make we call am a night. Thank you very much, my people. Ifeanyi, do you have any final words before I shut this down?
Not really. I believe we've all spoken well, and everybody's spoke my mind for the things that I didn't capture in my own speech. So I
Okay.
would say good night, everybody, and don't give up.
Yes,
Getting our mandate.
absolutely. Yes, thank you very much. I call again,
Yeah.
Ifeanyi. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate
Good
it.
night. Good night.
Good night. Yeah. My brother, we're against impunity. Any last thoughts?
Of course. It's always a pleasure, keep the faith, and it's gonna get interesting. I got my popcorn ready. This
I'm
is gonna
telling you,
this is gonna be good. But
yes.
either way, I know that I will get a country finally. We'll finally have a country when all this is said and done. You have a good night, Miss Omaya. Peace.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please stop by again and take care of yourself and enjoy. Just enjoy your time back, I guess. All right, my people, we have come to the end of this section until another time. But thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate. Uh Nobody buy me mango juice today. It's not fair. Oh. Okay, well, no wahala. Make I go drink water after this one. But anyway, guys, Nigeria na my own, na your own. We must ensure that we get our country back and we make it work for all of us. No Nigeria better pass another Nigeria. Nigeria does not belong to a few people. It doesn't belong to 5 people or so-called. To me, we don't have elites in Nigeria. I don't know that word. They will not get. They are just as poor in Nigeria. They are just as poor. There are no elites in Nigeria. They're just as poor. So let's not forget that our voice carry power. Use your voice whatever platform you find yourself. Make sure you're using your voice. If you have a platform, use your platform to carry your voice over, because this country, Nigeria, is worth fighting for. Think about the weather we have in Nigeria. Think about it. We don't have any natural disasters, nothing like that. We have hot season, right? We have rainy season and we have harmattan. Even the harmattan is not cold like that. It's hot and cold at the same time, and your body is ashy. That's all. You must, at that time, you have to buy plenty Vaseline to rub. Perfect weather, fertile soil, blessed with mineral resources. Why would you want to give that all up? Why? Meanwhile, the people that are waiting for all hell to break loose are waiting so that they can come and take advantage once that happens. So I tell you, my brothers and sisters, use your voice wherever you find yourself. Don't be shy about it. And be active, be an active citizen. If nothing else, what this has taught me and everyone, I assume, is that you have to be an active citizen in your society. When you're not active, people just do whatever the heck they want to. Imagine if we were holding all these people accountable all this time. Imagine where we would have been right now. A lot of the things that they've been doing, they would not have dared to do it. But look at where we are. I hope that we do not forget the hell that we have been through in salvaging this country, so that we can all pass this down to people, generations that are coming now. Pass it down and let them understand the importance of civic responsibility. We cannot fold our hands anymore. All this daylight robbery will never happen again once we get it right. We need someone who can take control of the wheel and channel and turn that wheel around so that we can go in the right direction. And that man is Peter the Rock Obi. Do your part. Everybody get part when they do role when they play for this one. Make sure you are playing your own role. Na the role when I fit play, so na me dey play. You understand? So my people, I leave you for today. Oh, now do well. Oh, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you all. I will certainly see you all on my next one. Have a wonderful Friday and weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.